notification, we about to go live. Hit this track and do you dance like you Karen Lacey. Running back the time, Matthew to the house, baby. It's Tingle and Co. Come keep with the show. It's a new era. Let's get it, let's go. It's Tingle and Co. When you see that notification, we about to go live. Hit this track and do you dance like you Karen Lacey. Running back the time, Matthew to the house, baby. It's Tingle and Co. Come keep with the show. It's a new era. Let's get it, let's go. It's Tingle and Co. It's a new era. Let's get it, let's go. It's Tingle and Co. What up, Lloyd? What up, Lloyd? You can call me him. I'm Shay Dixon in the whip with them RPMs. Gotta pull up to the chat and shit out to them. Not trying to ball like Big Four, then get out the gym. Monday through Friday. When you see that notification, we about to go live. Hit this track and do you dance like you Karen Lacey. Running back the time, Matthew to the house, baby. It's Tingle and Co. Come keep with the show. It's a new era. Let's get it, let's go. It's Tingle and Co. It's a new era. Let's get it, let's go. It's Tingle and Co. What up, Lloyd? What up, Lloyd? You can call me him. I'm Shay Dixon in the whip with them RPMs. Gotta pull up to the chat and shit out to them. Not trying to ball like Big Four, then get out the gym. Monday through Friday. When you see that notification, we about to go live. Hit this track and do you dance like you Karen Lacey. Running back the time, Matthew to the house, baby. It's Tingle and Co. Come keep with the show. It's a new era. Let's get it, let's go. It's Tingle and Co.
All right, good morning and welcome in here on this
Thursday?
I guess somber.
Nah.
But it's not a Thursday. You know what it is? It's Lloyd Courtney's birthday.
Yes it is.
We get, what, 34? 35?
They asked me.
You're 10
30.
years older than me, so you're 34. You're 92.
One more year.
92, so you're 34. 34 claps for Lloyd Courtney. Ready.
I was counting.
Y'all messed it up. I was perfect.
I hope everybody.
I had it perfect.
I hope everyone was counting.
Close enough.
Hey, one to grow on.
years. There you
Couple to
go.
grow on.
Shout out to Lloyd. Happy birthday,
Thank you,
Lloyd.
boys.
Happy
Thank you, boys.
birthday. But like we said, it is a somber birthday for Lloyd this morning, as last night was a tough one. I do want to give a shout out to our guy right here to my right. Big Poach hooked us up with some tickets to go watch LSU versus ULL yesterday in Lafayette. We watched the Tigers fall 7-2 in person. Credit to the Raging Cajuns. A great atmosphere. The place was bumping. A very, very nice college stadium. You know, I think it's got a very different vibe than Alec Box. Alec Box, much more professional. But it's a very, very good college atmosphere. The fans were in it. They were rocking, and it was fun. I will say, the hot dogs at ULL.
Premium?
They didn't have premium. You could get some other type of hot dog with a bunch of stuff on it, or just a normal hot dog.
That was a premium dog.
I guess that's the premium one. It was $6.50,
You were
which
sitting
is
with the
not
premium dog.
which is not cheap for a normal dog. $6.50. But I will say, bang for your buck, it was a very, very good hot dog.
Nice.
Very, very good.
I mean, that's the first standard barometer.
of course.
And the stalls have cup holders.
So you was fired up about that.
That was pretty cool.
He popped his beer in the cup holder while he took a piss.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh well, that is interesting
Yeah.
to see if you would bring your drink into. The bathroom. All right.
Well, I did.
Oh no, I mean,
Poach
this
did,
is
and he used the
music.
cup holder.
This is music to my ears because I do bring my cup in the bathroom
Right.
because I like to make a little mixed drink in there, and so to have somewhere to put it, it's quite convenient.
Yes.
But
Nah,
I don't know what other people do with their drinks because I just added me. I don't know what other people do because I could see being like, oh, that's gross because of germs and such.
No, I was excited. He showed me a picture of it, and I was excited. I was like,
It's a good
that's
idea.
fucking awesome.
It is a great
Yeah, it was
idea.
really cool.
Yeah.
I tweeted about
I
it.
didn't
was
have
pretty
as
happy.
good of an experience in the stadium. Fuck ULL. They fucked me out of my free Chick-fil-A,
They did.
and
Oh,
I'm still
yeah.
upset about it.
How'd that happen?
They offered free Chick-fil-A to everybody in the stadium.
You're
in,
supposed to-
the fifth inning, sixth
Yeah,
inning?
you're supposed to open it up in your app, and it just appeared on Noah and Poji's screen as soon as they opened the app.
What
I
app?
got the
Chick-fil-A
Chick-fil-A
app.
app.
Oh, nice.
They got like a free sandwich and free nuggets. I got fuck all.
Yeah.
I'm the biggest Chick-fil-A customer in the room, literally and metaphorically, and I didn't get fucking anything.
Yeah. Well.
And I thought about it for 5 innings yesterday.
It was pretty funny. It's the fifth inning, and it pops up, like they say it on the PA. And Wyatt, myself, and Poji, all three, as soon as it gets said, we just like in sync, all three open the
Yeah,
Chick-fil-A
all
out.
went together.
And me and Poji get the free reward, and Wyatt did not. So
Christian wasn't interested.
Christian did not.
Free Chick-fil-A?
Yeah.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah, see.
I ain't gonna give it to Wyatt.
I don't have the app either.
Oh,
so-
me either.
Yeah.
But it was not a fun
That's
time.
where the good times ended.
It was not a fun time in Lafayette last night. It was quite rough as the Tigers fall 7-2. We did not make it in there for the first inning. We were a little behind. There's a lot of traffic. Was very, very odd.
West Louisiana.
Driving to Lafayette. Now traffic getting out, excellent. Not a single stop. But so we got there after the first inning. So we missed what was the first inning where Laffy scores 3 runs in the bottom of that inning and gets ahead early. I want to start with just talking about this game. We'll obviously have Inside LSU Baseball join us at 9 a.m. this morning to talk. He seems like he's got some positivity to spread, which is very exciting. Because if I'm going to be honest, I don't have much. I do still have a mature mindset about it, right? I'm looking at it from a wholesale viewpoint. There's a long season ahead. In 3-game series, you're undefeated because you have a weekend rotation that is elite. right? And you've seen your offense step up and do what they have to do to win those games. However, I thought it was very obvious the decision to start Gavin Guidry last night was to have a good start, to not fall behind, to not end up in a situation that you did end up in. And it's not Guidry's fault. It wasn't on Guidry. I mean, he gives up a walk, but it was a great AB. They went back and forth. It was a full count. The guy draws a walk. But it was some mistakes made behind the pitching once again, right? Same conversation as Monday at the start of that game. In that second inning, it's errors behind Cooper Williams. And last night, to start it, it was a handful of errors behind Gavin Guidry that ultimately led to them getting ahead 3-0. LSU fights back, gets it to 2-3 with a huge Trent Caraway home run that was massive in the game, got some juice back flowing. And then the defense and the pitching, once again, made some mistakes. You know, they lay down a bunt. Benz tries to field it and throw it to Dardar, who's covering the bag, and it goes into the outfield. And then Rizzy throws one to the backstop. All of those things, you know, they lay down a bunt. Aaron Beatty can't field it, so the guys save it first. There's a couple of those mistakes that ultimately left their imprint and led to you losing the game. And that's where I think my negativity comes from at the current standing. Like I said, in the grand scheme of things, there's a lot of baseball left. This is very, very early in the season. And so far, in 3-game series, you're doing pretty good. Right? From Friday through Sunday, you haven't lost a 3-game stretch. It's been these midweek games. And that's because you have an elite starting rotation. Evans, Moore, Schmidt. However, this team defensively, and with the bullpen in some outings as well, it's beyond sloppy right now. That was a word that was just resonating in my mind as I'm watching that game, is they were sloppy. Right? They'd get to a 1-2 count or a 3-2 count and then throw one behind the batter or airmail one to the backstop. You know, they'll lay down a bunt, and credit to UL-Lafayette, they applied pressure, they made the plays. They laid down the bunts. They put the pressure on LSU to make the plays, and LSU didn't. And I think if you're going to look at 2025 and 2026 and compare, they're very, very different teams in the way they're constructed. But the biggest drop-off from that team to this team right now, where they're at in the season right now, is defensively. That was a very, very clean baseball team you had in 25. Right now in 26, it's not. And to me, watching it, it's all a mental thing. It's not the ability. It's not the talent. It's not that they can't field a ground ball. It's not that they can't make these throws. Not that they can't make those plays. They're pressing so hard to make the play. I mean, Zach York, at one point in that game, I don't remember what inning it was, but there's a grounder through right between him and Dardar, but really it's on his side. It was his play to make, and he isn't even giving it a look. He goes straight to the bag, and so then it gets into right field. You know, they're pressing. They're not, binge fielding that ball. Put it in your pocket, but instead he tries to throw it to Dardar at first. It ends up in the outfield. Aaron Beatty a couple of times. I mean, the throw from York to Aaron Beatty at home in the first inning, it wasn't a bad throw. He just didn't catch it. And you could have just tagged the first base bag and got that out and let the run score, but instead the run scores and he's safe at first. All of those things, they're pressing. It's a mental thing to me right now. And that's where the confidence lies, is you can adjust the mental thing, right? I trust Jay Johnson to get to the mental of this team right. If it was a talent problem, it'd be different. You'd feel pretty similar to how you feel about LSU men's basketball, where it's like, well, they don't have the horses. How are they going to get it right? They don't have the players. They don't have the talent to compete. This baseball roster has the talent to compete. That's not the problem. They're in a slump right now offensively. They're in a slump right now defensively. And mentally, they are pressing every moment they can get. I mean, they struck out 11 times last night. 2 weeks ago, maybe 1 week ago, when we were talking about LSU after the weekend in Jacksonville, we were talking about how professional of at-bats they were putting together. And I still don't think the ABs last night were bad. The approach was much improved. They didn't execute. You get Jake Brown on third, right, in the first with 2 outs. Can't get him in. Curiel gets on first in the top of the 8th at the end of that ball game, and you've got 3 straight outs after that. It wasn't an approach problem to me last night. It was the execution. They weren't executing. And they're pressing. And you're seeing it seep and cause all of these issues, which have now led to back-to-back losses. In back-to-back games, it's been sloppy from a bullpen standpoint and defensively. But to me, truly and honestly, if you clean it up defensively, it doesn't look nearly as ugly. And that's not to say the bullpen's been excellent, because it hasn't, right? I mean, you threw a bunch of guys last night. You don't have all of the confidence in the world in a lot of these arms coming out of the bullpen. But the first inning looks a little bit different if you're able to make a handful of those plays. If the ball doesn't skip into the outfield when you're trying to pick them off at second, or Aaron Beatty fields the throw from York home and tags the guy out, or if York just fields it and touches the first base bag.
Or just both.
Or both.
I mean, he's right on top of it.
Right, and all of those things, and that's the part where they're pressing. They're not comfortable. They're out of it. And last night, I thought going into it could have been the worst thing for that and the best thing for that. Go to a place that's raucous, that's jumping, and has the environment that it had last night. That'll dial them in, get them ready to go. Or it'll apply a little bit more pressure, and they'll start to make some more mistakes, and they ended up making more mistakes. And the word to me is sloppy. They are sloppy defensively right now. And because I do believe the offense is going to come around, but they've got to get the mental right to clean up these defensive mistakes. They've got to get back to being comfortable and confident in their ability and not press and try to make plays that aren't there to be made. That's what John Pearson was doing on Monday. He was pressing. He tried to go field that ball instead of just getting to the bag. And then you see the inverse of it with Zach York last night. Instead of fielding a ball that was right to him, he just goes and covers the bag, and Darnar's not able to range over there and get it. Jay Johnson talked a lot about it after the game. He discussed the lineup, their at-bats, the schedule, right? That's a very hot topic about the struggles of this team, has been the schedule. But ultimately, to me, last night was another example of some carryover from Monday. It was sloppy once again. The pressure was on, and mentally, I think they were pressing throughout the entirety of that baseball game. And outside of your 2 best players, you also didn't hit the ball very well. I mean, it was good to see Derek Curiel swing it the way he did last night and kind of find a rhythm.
Trio 3 for 3, Jake Brown 2 for 4, Trent Carraway 1 for 4 with the big homer.
Right. Outside of that, nothing.
Nothing.
I mean, Braun had a hit, right? Did he?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, at the end.
Other than that, I mean, Daniel Hardin got his first start and left.
0 for 3.
He went 0 for 3.
Struggled.
You know?
3 for 13 with runners on.
Yeah. Eesh.
Runners in scoring position 0 for 4.
Just weren't able to, and that's why I say I don't think the approach was bad. I thought they put together some much better ABs. They got some of the counts up. They were able to battle, but they struck out 11 times, and they didn't execute when runners were on base or in scoring position. Lloyd, your thoughts from last night? Obviously, you had a different perspective than we did.
Yeah, watching with old Tookie.
Yep. What were some of your takeaways, your thoughts?
Before we get to that, we will read our Cajun Curveball Super Chats because
Hit me.
much appreciated. $5 Super Chat, Cajun Curveball, $5, 5 claps, ready. Raging Review called out all of Baton Rouge media and spammed, what is TSOP? Or
I don't know.
The school, yeah, something like that.
I know TSAB is the scroll across the bridge.
I can't live like this, Jay. Run them till they puke today. I don't know what they're going to do. I don't know if running does anything, but there's always a strategy. I don't know why this doesn't work.
I said small groups again today.
Yeah, that sounds bad. $10 super chat, Cajun Curveball. 10 claps, ready. Quoting Wyatt. They needed a game with some juice. I told y'all, Wyatt, they didn't. They aren't ready for it. Every facet looks bad. Hitters 3 for 7, 0 for 18 with 9 Ks. Team looks undisciplined. Is it come to Jesus time? My takeaway from it, thank you, Cajun, as always, but my takeaway from it was, where did I said this to my buddy last night? You can't keep doing the simple stuff wrong. That's what it boils down to. You can't have a ground ball hit to you at first base, not even consider touching the bat because you want to rush and get it home, then short hop to the catcher. You can't catch it and make a tag. It's how you got nothing out of a pitch that was going to result in an out.
Right.
The guy that gets on first ends up at third and scores. So that you gave up 2 runs on a ground ball, and Gavin Guidry had to throw 10 extra pitches.
Right.
And then when Gavin Guidry does get somebody on, he throws it away on a pickoff, and then you get a back pick on second thrown into center field. Like, these are all things that are controllable that you don't have to do. That
Right.
you don't. These are easy things to execute, and even if they result in what, you're not trying to pick anybody off. You're trying to keep people close because you know that UL likes to run, and so I understand the thought process behind it. But you have to be able to know that you can do it. And right now they have played so much baseball, and Jay owned up to the scheduling part of it because it has inevitably become true.
Right.
You're playing too much baseball, and you're not playing very good baseball. And so when you do both of those things, what do you think is going to happen? You're going to play bad baseball and lose. So they do need to get back into what Jay's very regimented, has a schedule, all of those things that he likes to do instead of, truncated practice today, we play tomorrow. Like, let's get back, let's get on the road, let's get back home, practice again. And now you can finally settle back into what the schedule is supposed to be when you head into SEC play. Like, this is now that everything has kind of calmed down a little bit. So that's where the hope lies that they'll figure this thing out, because I do think they will. They're having still, with their approach at the plate, I said this, I asked Mikey and Jay Mitch this, like, with that approach, are you not putting a lot of the onus on the umpire to be able to make the right calls? And if that doesn't happen, you get into 2-2, 3-2 counts. And if you get one pitch that you don't like that they call a strike, now you're chasing, and they can kind of throw you whatever, and you're pressing at the plate. Those things are happening. And playing bad defense and not being able to swing it, what do you think is going to happen? You're going to lose. And so it's been pitchers throwing it against the backstop, hitting players in the box, walking people. That can lose you a game. Then when they do put it in play, you can't field it. That can lose you a game. And then when you get up to the plate, you have more errors than runs scored. You think you're going to win doing that? No. And so that's how you've lost baseball games this year. You have guys that started off, and it's because they started off so hot that I think the expectations were like, oh, look at this well-oiled machine already, and it was.
Yeah.
But now you're played, 9 games in 11 days, something like that. So that's just what it is. It's been too much ball, and here's Jay talking about it because it was an interesting strategy, and he's like, I don't even know if I had to do that because we play in the SEC, but he likes to be able to RPI hunt, and he's playing teams that are going to be either win their conference or be in the tournament.
Yeah.
And you saw UL look like a top 25
They
team.
look real good last night.
So here's Jay talking about it a little bit.
I think I set the team up for success with this schedule, how I had it laid out. I do believe we have enough to be successful in it, but I'm going to own that part of it, learn from it, adjust it in future years. But I do think we will gain value. I mean, that's clearly a top 25 team, in my opinion. Northeastern will roll the CAA. So I'm glad that we're exposing some things, both baseball-wise that we need and will do better, and then some personnel things and getting clarity. I don't think I set...
Yeah, look, I mean, I understand, people might not want to hear about the scheduling or look at it as a cop-out or whatever. I mean, Jay is not discounting the mistakes that they're making. He's not chalking all of those things up to playing too many games. I mean, he said it. I mean, he thinks they're good enough to be able to handle this, and right now they're not playing that way. But at the same time, the schedule at this point has been an issue. I mean, they've played too many games. They're dead. They have no energy. They're just out of it, and they are not in the position. I thought it was going to be last night was going to be a very obvious tell, right? Coming off of what Monday looked like. There are two types of teams, right? I'm not saying there's good or there's bad. There's a team that when they're going through something like that, they want to get back on the field and they need to get back out there and fix it. Or there's a team that those things can linger and crawl over, and that's what you saw on Wednesday, where mentally Monday was still in their head. And the crowd on top of them, and as loud as it was, because, I mean, we were walking in when we were walking to Will Call to pick up our tickets when those runs were scoring for UL. It was loud. And credit to them.
Oh, you knew it was going to be hostile.
Right. But mentally, they still had Monday on their mind. They were pressing. They're trying too hard to make the play. I mean, the binge throw on it was Connor Binge, right? That threw it to first when it went in on the bunt, I believe.
Yeah, I think it was, when he should have eaten it.
Yeah, just put it in your pocket.
Oh, yeah.
Like, don't throw it, but you're pressing. You're like, no, got to make this play. I've got to make this play. Because this one play, Joe Schwartz has talked about it. It's a basketball term. There's no such thing as a 10-point shot, right? So don't go down the floor and jack up some shot from half court because it's not worth 10 points if you're down 10.
You can hit a grand slam in baseball, though, which is more than a three-pointer in basketball.
That is true, but there's no –
the ultimate rally killer.
There's no three-out play, right? If Binge fields that ball and throws it to first, it's not just going to solve every problem. But when you're pressing like that, you think it will. I've got to make this play. I've got to. John Pearson on Monday, the ball's hit towards me. This is my first start at first. I've got to go make that play. I've got to get there. Got to cover the ground. It's not your play to make. And I think as of right now, mentally, they're pressing. Mm-hmm. Defensively more than anything, they are pressing. They are trying to make every single play, and sometimes the best play is just keep the ball in front of you. Right? Sometimes the best play is just field it, stop them where they're at, and leave it there. Because if you throw it to first, it might end up in right field. Now the guy's going to score. If you throw it home, it might not complete the play, and guess what? Now you've got to run on first, and he scored. All of those things, and it just led to LSU going down 3-0. Like I said, shout out to Trent Caraway. Huge swing of the bat at that point in the game. Huge swing of the bat to make it 3-2. But then the mistakes creeped back up and gave up another crooked number for UL, where they were able to go up 6-2 and ultimately 7-2 and win. And I mean, that's a lot of guys locked in.
Well, that's what I was going to say. He hasn't lost the attention of the team.
Not at all.
So I don't think that's where you could even try to point the finger.
Well, I think if you put the clip of Gavin Guidry speaking with the media after the game.
Yeah.
One of and this is something that I've learned coaching, and you see, Coach Oz told me one time we had played a game against Walker, and he listened to one of our sophomores do like a post-game interview with the newspaper. And shout out to Sam, what Sam said in that interview was exactly what Coach said at practice before and at halftime. Which you could say is a cop-out. I mean, he's just copying and pasting what Coach is saying. But what it's saying is he listened, he absorbed it to be able to regurgitate it. Coach Oz told me, he said the best sign of, as a coach, the best sign of your team being bought in is when what they're saying is what you've been saying. When they're regurgitating your message, that's how you know you've got the team where you want them. And I think Gavin Guidry was a good example of that when he met with the media after the game. That is a leader on this team. I mean, Jay called him the most competitive guy on this team, hit one of his favorite pitchers ever. And he spoke to the media after, and it sounded like Jay Johnson speaking to the media, which is where the confidence should reside and the message is sticking.
Yeah, I mean, just keep fighting. There's nothing you can do. All you can do is compete. They're a good baseball team too. They work out. They train like we train. I mean, it's college baseball. You're going to get punched in the face. And it just kind of feels like it's happened a lot the past couple of days. So people are hitting the panic button. But, I mean, you're going to lose games. You're going to win games. And it is what it is. They played a really good game tonight. You know what I mean? They made the plays they're supposed to make. Their pitchers threw the ball really well, and they executed offensively for 9 innings straight. So we just need to get better and be better. Yeah.
That's a guy that's been in your program for, what, was it year 3 for him? 4? 4. Year 4 for Gavin Guidry. I mean, it's a guy that's been in your program. Got 2 national championship rings to go along with it. From 2 different, very different perspectives, right? The first one, he throws he closes it out to get that ring. The second one, you had to watch from the dugout and learn and sit and see it from a different perspective. Jake Brown is another guy. I'll bring his name up. He's playing extremely well right now, but he's also a leader of this team, and they are responding with Jay's message, which means Jay still has this thing under control. And that's where your confidence should lie. Because look, I told the boys last night we had a great little late night dinner at the Chili's last night, and I told them, I was like, look, and I said Lloyd better prepare himself to be positive tomorrow because it's not going to be me. Because I was pissed off, sitting there. Of course, this is my first ever road baseball game that I've ever been to. On the road in a away environment. And losing sucks.
Oh, yeah.
Well, especially when you walk in. We walked in, and like I said, the second inning was already
down.
It was already 3-0.
Yeah, like, of course. I would just turn around and go home.
Yeah, why not? Why wouldn't this happen?
I walked away from it extremely disappointed and negative about that game because you're, like Lloyd said, you're not making the plays. The things that are right there in front of you, you're screwing them up, and you're losing. You're losing. Mm-hmm. And that's not to take anything away from what UL-Lafayette did because they applied pressure. They pitched the hell out of it.
Yeah.
I mean, that Sawyer Pruitt kid, you talked about him. He's just a freshman from Live Oak there in Watson. I mean, he is a monster. He's got a 0 ERA.
Yeah.
He's got 25 strikeouts on the season. I mean, he's slanging.
He's juiced up, too.
And he's fired up. I mean, he did the
Yeah, I saw that.
after the game, And when you win, you get the opportunity to do that. If you don't want them to do it, you got to beat them.
And the other thing that happened, and this is just indicative of last night, you know what brand of baseball that they want to play, and you played right into their hands. Mm-hmm. You let them dictate pace, tempo, how the game was going, and that's what they want you to do. You fell for the trap, and it is a trap game, but you fell for. They want to be able to bunt, move runners over, steal, take the extra base. They put so much pressure on you, and you crumbled. You didn't make any of the plays that they put there for you to make. You have to understand that there is what they're trying to make you do in the baseball play that's there to be made. Yeah. And they didn't make the baseball play. They were hot potato, or it's what do you call it? You play fast catch. That's what Jay said. They have to learn how to play fast catch. What is that? It's when the ball's moving around. There's runners moving around. You look at bunt down, okay, do I go first, third, do I go second? Whatever the play is there to be made, you make the right decision. And if it's first and second, and they lay a bunt down, do I throw it to third or throw it to first? Make the right baseball play. Right. Make the play. You're ultimately trying to get 3 outs. And so do what's the right thing to do to get 3 outs. Don't throw it into center field. Don't try to pick somebody off and be cute. Play baseball. And block up the ball when you're a catcher.
Right.
Don't throw it behind somebody when you're pitching. The game is simple, it's not easy. But if you make it hard on yourself, it becomes very hard very quickly.
Very.
Well, it's and that's where the confidence should lie in the fact that all of those things are very fixable.
Oh, yeah.
And you've seen them do it.
Yeah, they've done it.
The first 2 weeks.
It's not like I said, it's not the ability. They've got the ability to do it. You saw them do it.
They're going to be hot and cold.
It really is, to me, it's the mental aspect of it. They're out of it right now.
Yeah. They're underwater, it feels like.
Yeah.
It's just
the more you swim, it's like quicksand.
But Lloyd, you're right. The way they played, if you just make the simple plays, if you make the simple throws, limit your mistakes as best as you can, you win that game because that's just how baseball works. But if you don't play the game the right way, that way that they play is going to eat you alive, and it did last night.
Well, and he said you'll see it again versus what? He said Vanderbilt likes to play that way. Obviously, Kentucky likes to play that way, and you've seen LSU handle those teams with relative ease.
Last year, that was the I would love you loved playing teams like that last season because you knew you're not going to make mistakes.
But you need to find something.
You got to find something. No, you do because it's
some semblance ultimately it comes down to, like, that's kind of what it kind of falls. I don't want to say it falls at the feet of Aaron Beatty, but it does, to be able to maintain the pitching staff, to be able to be a dog back there. And then when plays are at the plate, you have to be able to make the play if it's coming to you.
Right.
And those are things that eliminates runs, it eliminates base runners going an extra 90. That position is so important. And it's great when you can do it offensively, but there's a reason that people don't do it offensively.
There's a reason you
You
sacrifice.
go exactly. You can
for
hit
Alex
220.
Milazzo.
Exactly. You can hit 190 or 220 with no home runs, but there's no pass balls.
Right.
Because that was those are my homers.
Yeah.
The runs I saved, not the runs that I physically score.
Right.
Because now you have a team that is slumping offensively with Cade Aaron Beatty, 1 for 12 with 5 strikeouts. So do one or the other.
Yep.
Seth Dardar, our guy. This is our fault for not going to the game. 1 for 16, 4 strikeouts.
Yep.
Zach York, 2 for 22 with 7 Ks. Tanner Reeves, 2 for 16 with 6 strikeouts.
Yeah, remember we talked about it after Jacksonville. We said LSU was they were suffocating, right? Like they were suffocating the other teams. Right now,
there was no breaks in the lineup.
Yeah.
Now it feels
now
like nobody,
LSU is suffocating.
The whole middle of the lineup now
Yeah.
feels like it's been a break
Right.
for the last couple of weeks. That's the biggest switch up is like after Jacksonville, we talked about this style of baseball they were playing where they're going to suffocate you and force you to make mistakes, and they're just relentless and they keep coming back and they're going to force you to lose the game. And then the last, it's been 6 games you've played since then, you've gotten beaten at your own game. You're getting suffocated. You're underwater. You're making these bad mistakes, and you're losing the game as opposed to making the other team play the way you want them to play.
Yeah.
And that's what I don't understand. Like, with Aaron Beatty behind the plate, like, he looked good through the first 2 weeks behind the plate. And now all of a sudden he's reaching his arm out instead of getting in front of balls.
Right.
Maverick Rizzi's throwing it behind somebody in a 1-2 count and letting a run score. The Connor Benj thing, I honestly don't mind him throwing it to first because I think he could have made the out. At a certain point, you have to execute.
Right.
Like, at a certain point, okay, maybe you should have eaten it, whatever. You can't throw the ball into right field.
Yeah.
Make the throw to first base. You're a Division I baseball player. Like, that's happened too many times.
Yeah, and if you can't make the play, then don't do it. But you're at LSU.
Right.
You should, like, to your point, you should be able to make that play.
And you can't come in out the bullpen and walk the first guy. That I'll never understand that either. I just.
No, I mean it was ugly last night, and they've got to get this straightened out. They got to get figured out. Another name last night that performed poorly. I mean, Milan went 0 for 4. That's your All-American shortstop. And he hadn't really found that rhythm yet and gotten going. And last night would have been a nice opportunity for that to happen. It didn't. Really outside of those first 2. I mean, Curiel 3 for 3, Brown 2 for 4. Now you're 5 for 7 there. Outside of that, you were 2 for 25. Not very good. Not very good. And so hopefully in a little over 20 minutes, or right at 20 minutes, Jason Armstrong of Inside LSU Baseball, where he covers the Tigers, will be able to bring some positivity to it. Because like I said last night, I wasn't going to have much. I mean, right now, this is a team that's not playing well. You're not swinging it well. You're not putting together very good at-bats. You're not able to put good ABs together, not able to string them together to be able to score runs. I mean, last night felt a little bit like, offensively, felt like 2024. Or if you don't get a homer, you can't score. And the thing is, they still were able to get guys on base. I mean, the first inning, right? Look back at just the top of the first. Curiel gets on, lead off. He ends up getting thrown out at second on a dirt read. Well, Brown hits a single right after that. He gets on first. Reeves strikes out. That puts Brown at second. Ultimately, he ends up on third with Zach York coming up to the dish. And I think he struck out, right? Now, you had a runner on third at the start of the game, and it just would have been, 1 run or kept it going or whatever. But if you could have got that run in, maybe it looks a little bit different. But then you go into the bottom of the first. You weren't able to execute. You weren't able to score. You had the opportunity. You didn't capitalize on it. And then you started making mistakes.
You moved runners over 3 times. You had runners in scoring position 4 times. Nothing. So you're getting people and they're getting to first.
Yeah.
And
that's
it.
That's it. I mean,
You're not
the top of the 8th. mean, Curiel gets on leadoff again.
Your leadoff guy goes 3 for 3. You
Man.
should score more than 2 runs.
He should be touching home plate.
3 times.
Did he touch home plate at all? I don't think he was one of the runs that scored.
No, it was.
No, it
Caraway
was
was
Caraway and
Caraway.
whoever he drove
It
in.
was
Whoever-
Dardar.
And Dardar was on base.
Darter
you know?
does walk a lot, which is good.
Yeah. No, I
They
mean,
all walk a lot.
Get on base, but you got to score them.
Darter's getting a little unlucky too. I mean, last night.
Oh,
they had
that's
to
what this
shift on
is.
him. Hard hit ball, line out.
There is a little part of that. Like, I think Caraway hit a ball deep out to right center. Jake Brown
Brown.
crushed a ball to the
Right.
warning track. But, I mean, that's baseball. Like,
Yeah.
ULL also hit some balls hard that, were caught. I don't
No,
think you
that's
can
part of-
chalk that
but
up to
the-
just that. That's part of the game.
My thing is, it's like they're over swinging at this point because they're getting down and they're trying to make an impact play with the bat. They're trying to hit home runs, whatever. There's not a, like you said, there's not a 13-run homer. You can't hit a bases empty grand slam. But what you can do is stop popping the fucking baseball up.
Right.
Because it's the easiest play to make in baseball. You don't have to field it and throw it.
There's no transfer.
There's nothing you have to do other than put your fucking hand in the air.
Falls right in your glove.
And these are not even hard hit balls. And it's early in the count. And now they've thrown 7 pitches, and your
Right.
pitcher's back out there after he threw 17. And we did nothing offensively. And I know that burns Jay up because that's not the brand of baseball he wants to play. You're supposed to have competitive at-bats. These are non-competitive at-bats. You're not competing. That's the thing that bothers me the most, if there's anything. And that's, like you said, fixable. But it's...
Oh, it's all mental, and those mental things are very, very difficult.
It's just
to
a
get
little
straight.
surprising from the
Right.
guys that they have on the team, the guys that came back, and the people that you added. That's where we were talking about this, where it reminded me of 2024. Like, well, no, it feels like they've added different pieces than they did in 24. With
They were
like
so
more,
young then.
right? And this is a more mature group that
Right.
was on that team.
Yeah.
Like Milam, Jake Brown, all those guys that have seen it
Right.
and contributed. Gavin Guidry, like.
No, I
You
mean,
would expect them to, and then you add somebody like Zach York, that's an older guy.
Seth Dardar.
Right. And the
year
most
senior.
consistent player you have right now, outside of probably Jake Brown, is a freshman.
Yeah,
And it takes people like that to step up, to be great, to be a special team, to like, oh, like, where are you last year without Casey Evans?
right.
Like, it's a freshman that came in and shoved. Like, you need those things to happen, and that's where the positivity should be. And I think this is what Jason's going to say. As you get back to the weekend rotation, you feel very good about that.
Of course,
Yeah,
no, and that's
we talked about that at Chili's
I
last
said
night.
it last night at Chili's. I said,
Nice.
look,
Yeah, shout out
Like real
Chili's, man.
coaches.
I said, think about yeah, right. I was like, think about it, right?
We'll take this to the Chili's.
When you get to the postseason in regional play, you need to win 3 straight. Right? You need to win 3 games. You get through your regional. Now, sometimes if you lose the 3rd game like you did last year, you need to you play 4. But you can just play 3 games in a regional, and right now LSU is doing a pretty good job at winning 3. And then you get to the supers. You just need to win 2 out of 3. Then you get to Omaha, and like we saw last year, you just need to win 3. And then you get to you got to win 3 games. Now you're going to run into adversity. I mean, 2023 had to play a lot of baseball games. You had to play a 4th game in your regional last year because you dropped one to Little Rock. I mean, it's not always going to go according to the script. But this team is still structured to do a lot of damage in that time of the year. That weekend rotation, you're undefeated when one of those 3 guys start. It's the midweek games that you're struggling because you haven't really found who can step. I think there are a handful of names in the bullpen that you trust right now. I think Devin Sheeran, Gavin Guidry, obviously he got to start last night, and I thought he did. He did a good job. Like the pickoff attempt was a little much.
Created offense for them.
A little too much juice, but pitching wise, I thought he did a good job.
Yep.
And he's done great out of the pen, obviously. Jaden Newt, I was impressed with again last night. I thought he was great at the end of that game. I honestly thought I was surprised they didn't go to him earlier. But some of those other guys played well. I think Rizzy is still finding it, but he's going to be one of those guys you go to down the line. Same with Cooper Williams and Zach Cowan. I mean, those 2 guys help solve a lot of these issues, down the line of the season when you get there. And you need those bullpen arms, those guys to start turning the page and getting right. But you also got to make the plays behind them. And like I said, on Monday for Cooper Williams, it's a completely different game if they make those plays behind him. Last night for Gavin Guidry, it's a completely different start if the plays behind them are made. And they've got to get it right. They got to straighten it out and get it right.
The sloppiness is just ruining some of these starts. And
Yeah, they're not playing.
They don't trust the defense
We
behind
pulled
them.
up with 2 errors on the board, and
Yeah,
we only
right.
missed the first inning.
Exactly. Yes.
They're not playing fundamentally sound baseball. If they did that, they might still lose a couple of these games because they're not swinging it very well. But it wouldn't look like that. You wouldn't be gifting. I mean, think of the 3 losses this year. McNeese, you walk 11 guys.
Fun.
You've got, on Monday and Wednesday this week, 7, 8 errors
And then
in 2 games? I mean, that's poo. It's awful.
I remember Jay, I think 2 years ago, we were kind of getting to know Jay as it was one of his first seasons at LSU. I think it was the second season. And he was talking about how important it was behind Paul Skeens to get the first inning, like, clean, get all 3 guys out, or at least just don't give up errors in the first inning. Like, back up your pitcher a lot. And you saw that a lot with the last, 2 or 3 teams, that they were clean in the first inning, no errors. Last year's team was clean in every inning, but you see how the game really tumbles whenever that first inning does not go
Right.
your way.
Yeah, you give people because first of all, you're LSU. It's very easy for them to want to roll over like, oh, of course this happened. Like they're a good baseball team. That's what LSU does. When you give them a sign of life, now they're in the game.
Right.
And it's like, oh, like this is not the LSU that I thought we were going to see.
Well, we can
today.
play ball with these guys.
We can play with them, and then that's been the surprising part. And just to, I guess, cap off like what's been wrong. You talked about it. You've seen every different way to lose the baseball game because you would think that Cooper Williams and Zach Cowan, what they did last year, those are guys that you can rely on. Now those are guys you're taking out the game.
Right.
So that's one way to lose. Then you
gave up
have
8 runs on Monday.
defensively behind you. You're trying to find a replacement for somebody that you didn't expect to get hurt, but you also didn't expect to have him back.
Right.
And so you see defensive errors in the field, and then you see the shifting, and then people are playing different positions. And he's done a good job with the shift because you're shifting for a reason. He's been moving Milam around the most to try to get him. I want him to feel the ball.
We want the ball to find and it's not finding his glove.
No,
and that's
it's
baseball.
the only person not getting hit the
Right.
ball. It's just insane. But it's everyone else.
Yeah.
And like I think Caraway's been fine at third. I think Dardar and Simpson have both been okay at second. And it's just
You didn't expect it to look like last year.
no, but it's the unforced errors. It's
Right.
not. I mean, they've had some hit right to him. Obviously, Pearson, that happens. New position, trying it out, whatever. You flush it, but then it's the like almost like clutch outs that they're just not getting.
Yeah.
So there's 3 different ways, and then you're not swinging it. But all of that,
when you're not swinging
time will heal all.
right. When you're not swinging it, those plays become even more important.
And Jay said, he said in the presser yesterday, he's like, we've rolled out a bunch of different things and a bunch of different options, certainly on the pitching aspect. He's like, I think I found the 4 or 5 guys that I know I'm going to use. And I don't think it's early to make that call, but you're going to have to earn your way back on the field in a different capacity than when I give you opportunities
Right.
to play
That's
and
what I'm about
pitch,
to say.
you're fucking it up.
There's been plenty of opportunities for other guys to step up and
like,
etch their name into it. And right now you've got, I think I can list them. You've got your 3 weekend starters.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Gavin Guidry, Devin Sheeran, Jaden Newt,
Yep.
Ish, Maverick Rosie, Ish.
out. No, not right now.
But he's
I
still
don't
in
think
it.
Maverick Grizzly was that bad last night.
He's still in it.
Outside of the wild pitch that went behind the batter, I
Yeah,
thought he
he's
was
still
okay. I think he's still in it.
I think that's your 7 right now.
I think it's Rick and Garcia are probably in there. Those are that Garcia's been clean the last 2 times he's been out.
Ricken
has been very good.
very
So I think
solid.
that those guys are the ones that he may be like, all right, the last times I've seen you pitch, you may have earned a little bit more.
Yeah. No, I also think that
Because it would be like before the year you'd gone, or before the stretch, you'd have gone like Cooper Williams, Zach Cowan.
well, yeah, I mean, going into the season, those were the first 2
and
names that
Rizzi.
would have came out your mouth.
Yeah, those are the 3 that I'd be like, yeah, you're stacked.
Yeah.
it's like
And you
nothing,
still
nothing,
are. You still
something.
have. They have to.
Yeah, you just
they've
gotta play
gotta-
better.
They got to make it happen. And the midweek is when they have to do it, because on the weekends right now, you're not trotting out there, right? It's going from Evans to Guidry, and then maybe not on Friday because he pitched last night, but then it's going more to Sheeran to close that thing out, and then it's Schmidt going, like last weekend, 7 1/3, and then you got to find a way to put a couple more outs on the board. And so they've got to get this mental thing right, though.
Yeah,
This
is contagious.
This is where, if you're a mature adult team, because, like we say, it's all fixable. The mental things are the hardest things to fix. That's what makes baseball such a volatile sport, is that it is so mental. You can have all the talent in the world. There's been plenty of quarterbacks that can sling the rock. But if they're screwed up here, it's a lot more difficult, right? Same with baseball. If you're pressing plays you can make, because I guarantee you at practice, Connor Benj can field a bunt and throw it to first base. At practice, Zach York can touch the bag and throw it home, and Aaron Beatty can field it. But mentally, you've got to be able to do that in the game. And as of right now, you did that against UL last night, and you fall, and you're not able to win. Now you've got Sacramento State this weekend, then you're going on the road next week. You got to go to Nashville. You got to find a way to do it in front of another hostile environment. And you got to fix the mental mistakes because it's getting out of hand. It's a problem. They just keep on losing, and it's tough right now. Have you seen the fan base?
Last night it came to a head.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
All over the Twitter.
I haven't gotten on Tiger Droppings too much, though, so I
Oh,
didn't check what it looked
me
like on
either.
there. But, I mean, I'd assume they
good
probably hit
idea.
their breaking point.
Open up Pandora's box for us.
I'd assume they probably hit their breaking
Oh.
point last night.
First one. Is this the sorriest LSU baseball team over the last 10 years? I mean, I don't know.
No, I don't think
it's
that's
not.
the
That 2020
14
team,
games in.
that 20
Come on.
that 2020 team got bailed out by COVID. That 2020 team was not
You weren't a
looking
Saul
hot.
Garza fan, man?
Dude,
Come
I
on,
think they
dude.
had just gotten swept, and then the season got canceled in like the neutral field
No, I mean, I don't-
weekend series.
They got swept
like-
by Texas.
I think this team's
on
better
the
than
road.
I think this team's better than 2020, 2021, and 2022.
I think so.
This
I don't know.
uh,
Paul Gervais. I don't know. Paul
Paulie
Gervais.
G.
I
Perfect
mean,
game
2022
against us.
didn't have any starting pitching.
This place
Shout out
looks-
McHale. I love you, McHale.
Even this offense, I think,
McHale
would
would
do
start
well against
on
that
this
pitching
team.
staff.
But that's the thing. We talk about that's baseball, that's baseball, that's baseball.
That's baseball.
One game can change everything.
Of course.
One little moment for, whether that's for Steve or whether that's for Seth or
Steve needs a
like
moment.
and they do. And cuz Curriell's going to go 2 for 4, 3 for 5, whatever. JB's going to do his thing, but you need that surrounding cast. You need York to step up in big moments. You need Steve to step up in big moments. I know we're just playing an old record, but
Right.
that's just
Your player's got to be your player. You
Yeah.
said it yesterday.
You need Aaron Beatty to throw somebody out at second.
Well, you need him to block the ball up, really.
No,
The-
but I think
well,
that would. I think
yeah.
that
Well,
would.
yeah, you
all
want
ties in.
you need some plays that bring some juice to the play.
That's why we were so excited for the Caraway home run.
It
It
was like,
wasn't.
oh,
It wasn't
tonight.
even like, oh, we might win this game. It was like, oh, we might go back to playing baseball now.
Right,
like
yeah,
maybe
right.
you get a fucking spark. Maybe, and honestly, I think Curiel and Jake Brown got hits after that.
Right.
Yeah, they
There
did.
was just, I think there was 2 outs
It
in the
was-
inning. They didn't score
it
off
was
it,
first
and then they
and
went
third.
back to popping the ball up every time.
Well, Poggi came back from the bathroom.
That is really what it was. If we're gonna
and
be
then
honest.
we were like, go back, and he was like, It's like, no, go the fuck back, dude.
Hey, and
Yeah.
then I did go back and nothing happened.
That's because you already fucked
no,
it
you
up.
went back in the 9th, and we started getting base runners.
No, I went back in the 8th, and then me and Christian started holding hands in the 9th.
Yeah.
Oh,
I
that
saw
is what it
that.
was.
The
Yeah,
holding
okay.
hands, it almost
Dude,
worked.
It-
and you know what's
The
funny?
holding
Like, there
hands
was
did
a
almost
spark
work.
there, so, like, just gotta fucking
You
get
can
some
feel-
gas on
yeah.
that thing.
There's some chemistry there.
Maybe put some oil on our hands next time.
Yeah.
I know a guy who has oil.
I got you.
Yeah.
We appreciate you guys hanging out with us here on this Thursday morning. Shout out to our sponsor, bring our show every day. FanDuel brings you our show every single morning. We appreciate FanDuel Sportsbook and all that they do for us. And make it possible for us to bring you this show Monday through Friday and talk about games like last night. Our Tingle & Co. pick of the day via the show was for LSU to win that game last night. They obviously didn't. I thought it was going to be a bounce back. It wasn't. But if you were in the Discord, our secret picks analyst dropped his pick of the day in there, and it cashed. So make sure you get in the Discord. Make sure you use FanDuel, and we'll get today's pick to you very, very soon. LSU women's basketball also will play, I think tomorrow. They'll play the winner today. It's Oklahoma versus Florida. They'll play the winner of that. They are, I think, third favorite to win the SEC tournament after South Carolina and Texas. obviously. We will talk to Joe Schwartz at 9:30 a.m. this morning. But we're going to take a quick break here. We'll come right back with Jason Armstrong, who covers the Tigers for Inside LSU Baseball. Make sure you go follow his Twitter, subscribe to his YouTube channel. But he's going to come and hopefully bring some positivity. He put out a tweet last night to of course, get some attention on today's segment where he said, I'll be live tomorrow morning on Tingle & Co. at 9 a.m. Central Standard Time with a sensible take on the state of LSU baseball. If you're looking for something positive to cling to right now, I just might have it. So be ready for that at 9 a.m. this morning. We'll take a quick break, come right back with Jason right after this.
Wardos was created in honor of Alan Ward Granning III, fondly known by family and friends as Wardo. In 2019, the oldest brother of the tribe passed away unexpectedly. His remaining siblings and loved ones wanted to honor his memory in a special way. In 2022, Ward's family decided to combine the need for a sandwich shop in downtown Natchez with a desire to pay tribute to Ward's love of good friends, good times, and great food. Through blood, sweat, tears, and countless hours of hard work, Wardo's was born. So go visit Wardo's today at 309 North Broadway Street in Natchez, where the po' boys are so good, you'll swear you're in Cajun country.
Hey, Miss Lou, come visit us, Tom and Wright Granning at Go Martin on the Go Deli.
Go Mart has clean restrooms, community coffee, an awesome beer cave, and a great selection of anything you may need.
Located at the corner of Highland Boulevard and Highway 61 South in Natchez.
Also stop by Wardo's Po' Boys at 309 North Broadway on the beautiful Natchez Bluff,
where everyone is family.
When it comes to your home, the roof over your head matters. At CAS Roofing, we don't just install shingles, we build peace of mind. With years of experience and a commitment to craftsmanship, our team shows up on time, gets the job done right, and treats every project like it's our own home. Whether it's repair, a replacement, or storm damage that caught you off guard, CAS Roofing is ready. We're local, we're dependable, and we stand behind every nail, every shingle, and every promise we make. Because at the end of the day, it's not just about roofing, it's about protecting what matters most. CAS Roofing, built on trust, backed by quality.
All right, welcome back here to hour number 2 this morning as we are joined 9 a.m. every Thursday by Jason Armstrong, the host of Inside LSU Baseball, where he covers the Tigers, and obviously they are the talk of the town right now. Jason, good morning. Thank you for joining us.
Hey, guys. How y'all doing? Glad to be here.
We're doing all right. We appreciate you making some time for us. Obviously, since we've last spoke last Thursday, LSU goes 3 games in the win column, Friday through Sunday. Even though they weren't pretty, they won them, and then they've dropped their last 2. We'll start on the weekend. What were some of your takeaways from those 3 wins?
Okay, let me transition back, man. My mind is so into like a new realm. Well, over the weekend, and I won't go into a bunch of all the issues. I just did an episode and I talked for 40 minutes about the things that I was seeing in the some of the things that concern me, and so if we're going to rehash that a little bit, I'll tell you that clearly the offense, when you're hitting your starters in the lineup or hitting like 188 over a 5-game span, that's not going to cut it. And what I saw is just a lot of this is not one guy. This is the whole lineup. It's just we were bragging on how patient this team was,
right.
And it's just nobody's patient. Nobody's getting into advantageous counts. I'm talking like 2-0, 3-1 hitters count when they're grooving a fastball. Nobody. We had like 2 of them in the last game. I think it was Monday, right? So we're not getting into advantageous hitting counts, and I think guys are just trying to do too much, getting outside of themselves. When they were getting into good hitters counts, we're seeing fastballs and swinging and missing at them, and it's just one of those things where, as you start to have a couple of games in a row where you're not hitting, I mean, a lot of these guys, man, you're talking like entering last night, 1 for 11, 1 for 12.
Right.
Well, just really, really bad streaks. You start to press. You try to do too much. You're trying to yank balls over the fence instead of hitting them the other way. And so I think that the offense was a lot about approach and game plan more than it is like, hey, these guys just stink and they can't hit.
And then, obviously, after those 3 wins, the offensive struggles have continued. But really, to me, it's been defensively that you've just crumbled on Monday and yesterday to lose those 2 ball games. What are some of your takeaways from the 2 losses before we get to your positivity?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's just like, look, you're not supposed to win when you hit 200 as a team.
Right.
And you allow big innings on the mound. You made 7 errors in the last 2 games. 7. All right. The last game you didn't make an error was the UCF game when we were leaving Jacksonville, crowned the greatest team Jay Johnson's ever had, and we were making reservations in Omaha. All right. That was the last time we had a game that was completely clean. And so, it's a mix of different things. It's from the offense, from like 1 through 9, not flushing the game before, from the bullpen, just the lack of guys that are able to be counted on is a huge problem. That's like coming out of after Monday. The offense was on a bad streak. The defense was bad. But like the biggest concern for me, and really still is the bullpen, and it's only having 2 guys that you could go to. Now that's changed a little bit, and I'll talk about that after last night. But that's a big deal, is because you're not having enough guys that you can bring in to throw strikes that you can count on to get the guy out and get back in the dugout. Just too many big innings, and so it's like, we're consistent. You're not playing good offense, you're not playing good defense, and you're not pitching well. So, it's kind of everything that's been a struggle as of late.
And obviously, when you shouted us out last night and you got some of the people talking for this interview this morning, you said that you had a sensible take, you had some positivity for us to all cling on to. What were some of your what's the silver lining that you've been able to find?
Well, there's a couple things, okay? And I'm a very optimistic person. Let me tell you, when LSU was 3-12 in 2024, I came on before I had the Inside LSU Baseball account. I just tweeted from a personal, and I said, and I pinned it, this team will be in the postseason, okay? I believed in that team. So I'm a very optimistic person by nature. This has been difficult because there's some things that I've seen that are concerning. But when you step back and you look at things, I'll tell you this, okay? The number one priority is getting your guys performing. They've all been, they had an off season from June to, February. They're not playing high level competitive baseball. So when you come back, your number one priority is getting them performing again at a high level against high level competition. Then you have to learn who you have with your team. They're all good players, but where do they excel? Who can you count on in what roles? Who hits good against left-handed pitching, whatever it is. And then you have to have time to improve those players so that your team's ready when you get to conference. The non-conference results do not define you. In 2022, you went 14-3, which is probably a doable goal for us right now. In the lead up to conference play, you went 17-13 in conference that year. All right, that was actually a pretty good job in conference play. 2024, man, you're 16-2 when you enter conference, and you go, you wind up going crazy at the end, and you finish 13-17. So it's not like you can just look and go, well, we lost 2 midweeks. So there are just a lot of factors, and you're going to have moments in every season where you think you can win it all, and then where you think your team's in real trouble. The difference is that we've experienced both in a much more condensed time frame. Yep. Like 1 week, we went from, man, this team's incredible to, whoa, what's going on? So, and I think right now, Jay talks about all the time, 56 game playoff. Every game is a new game, and what we're seeing right now, that's not how we're playing. We're having games bleed over to the next game. We're bringing bad offensive at-bats to the next game. Pitchers that are hitting the backstop with pitches are carrying that to the next outing. They're not even confident if they can throw a breaking ball for a strike. So you've got all that going on. Now, as far as when I look around the league, just look at your first 5 SEC opponents, all right? And then we'll get more specific on LSU. Vanderbilt's 8-6. Their best arm's out with an injury. The guy who came out the gates hitting home runs, their catcher Barzie's out hurt. They got 2 starters pulled for missing class. And they lost 4 straight before, last night, a close win. Oklahoma was scoring 15 to 20 runs. The last 2 games they scored, I think, 3 runs. Kentucky lost their best player for the year. They scored 6 runs all weekend against St. John's. Tennessee, they completely overhauled their lineup. They have benched their starting middle infielders. The first baseman's playing shortstop. They have one of the best catchers in the transfer portal is now playing center field. And the freshman lefty who started on the mound was hitting for himself. You go to Ole Miss, they were unblemished through 9 games. Then they played ugly this weekend. They had to come back against North Alabama. My point is that everybody is scuffling a little bit, all right? Every team, we just don't see it because we're so fixated on LSU. They're all going through things, and you have to figure it out. But I do think the roster makeup leads me to have confidence that you can turn it around. And listen, I am not it's a true statement, but I won't watch us play terrible for 8 days and go, well, I trust Jay, we'll be all right. No, you have to look at what's going on. But based on what I see, you've got a team with a lot of old, experienced players at the Division I level. You also have guys who've been through tough stretches. That 2024, Milam, Guidry, Primo, they've been around this. You also have national champions that know what it's like to win, And so I think that the team has the makeup. As far as like individuals that I see kind of going in the right direction. The first time I came on before the season, I told you that I thought that this offense, this team, although there's a lot of shiny new toys and there's talented young guys who we hope project into stars, that this offense centered around 3 players for me: Curiel, Brown, and Milam. And that as they go, this team goes. Well, those 3 guys, along with everybody, they've not been what we needed them to be. Curiel entered last night fighting, like the last 5 games, he was, 4 for 18, hit 222. Well, I think the last 2 games now, he's 4 for 6. He went 3 for 3 last night, and that's very encouraging because you need your best players to be your best players. Brown was the best hitter through that terrible 5-game span, and he was the best one. Hit 263. Last night he goes 2 for 4. He's 400 for the year. Now, look, Milam still hasn't gotten going, but he really usually doesn't this time of year. However, he had an RBI single, I think it was Monday night. And then last night he did hit 2 balls hard. I think his pitch selection and he's a little overanxious, but he did hit 2 balls hard, okay? So I see some of the guys offensively that we really need to be kind of our nucleus. I know it's just a game or 2, but that's encouraging. I also do like, a guy like Trent Caraway. I had concerns about him. He's been hitting the ball pretty well, and that last night, that was a big sign. So I do see offensively, even in a short, 1 or 2 games, a couple of guys that are moving in the right direction, which it's got to start with somebody.
Yeah, no, I completely agree. After the game, Jay Johnson said that he's confident in his top 8 pitchers. He's going to start kind of focusing more on the position players in the lineup. Who do you believe those 8 arms are that Jay's referring to?
Yeah, so that's the best part. Okay, so when you ask me how could you still be optimistic, and it's this: we're 9-0 with our 3 weekend starters on the mound.
Right.
All right, we're 2-3 when we're starting relievers or guys that we're just trying out. So that's the important thing, is because this season is going to it's going to be determined by those 3 guys. It's midweeks, they matter, but in the bullpen, of course. But if you don't have good starting pitching, at least 2 of them, then you just really can't go a whole lot farther than that. So I like where our rotation is, and that's going to keep us in a lot of games. Now, we're getting closer, I think a little bit closer to getting those arms. We know about Sheeran and Guidry, and, Guidry's not a starting pitcher. I think he excels when he comes behind a guy who's throwing hard, and he's just such a different look. So I still thought he battled last night, but he's going to be in most cases what I think we've seen up until last night when he's following a guy and he's just such a different look. We know what we have with Guidry, but I also spoke last time I was on that I think it's so important that we get Ethan Plog and Santi Garcia up and running, because those are guys that can get SEC hitters out. They're very good. They have good stuff. And that's 2 promising outings in a row for both of those guys. And look, even if it's 1 hitter, that's still that these guys are struggling right now with confidence. And so you come in a big spot and you get a guy, that means a lot. And so I like that we have those 2 guys emerging. And so that brings me a lot of confidence. Also really again, not a big, pitch sample size, but Jaden Newt is a guy who's been around for a long time, and the way he's throwing the ball. So right there, we've got our 2 go-to bullpen arms, and I'm seeing the 2 lefties that I think we can count on, along with Jaden Newt. You're starting to kind of add to that circle of trust. And again, it's great to have everybody on the staff pitching at a high level, but let's hope that we get there. But in the meantime, at least we're now getting to where we're moving a little bit close. So I thought last night was big for Garcia as well as Plog.
And then, obviously, like we said, the defense has struggled. They've made some errors. They've really, allowed the pressure to get to them in the field. And Jay's talked about focusing more in on those position guys. instead of the arms because he's confident in those guys you just named. What do you expect maybe the changes to be, or if there are any in the position-wise, if he shakes it up at all, or kind of what shifts?
Yeah, well, it's kind of like one of these things. What's difficult now is that when you're not doing anything well, it makes it very hard. Like if you're doing fine on offense, but you're struggling defensively. Like, okay, that makes it to where, okay, well, that's a little bit clearer. Or vice versa, you're doing really well defensively, but struggling offense, you can kind of make changes. But when you're doing them both right now poorly, it gets very tricky. And what you don't want to do is you don't want to go, get to where we're going into Vanderbilt and we're still, everybody's coming in this game, out that game. And so it's kind of this is what Jay gets paid for, right? First of all, we need Chris Stanfield back so much.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I know everybody likes to say, hey, let's get this guy needs to start because he hit a ball hard or he's been good in preseason. And it's like, I don't know. But I really like experienced players, all right, that you can count on. So I know people are talking about Zach York. Do you realize in the entire SEC, when you look at active SEC career leaders, Zach York's number 1 in walks. He's number 2, and I think RBIs and 2 in hits. This is a guy with a lot of experience that has done it for a long time. Braden Simpson, he is number 2 in the active SEC players in doubles. Like, that's a guy that can hit, that I think if you're going to make changes, stick these guys in the lineup and just let them go. Let them play. Let them get their at-bats. And I just have a lot more faith in those guys than, going, this guy flies in, this guy flies out. I'll tell you, if there's a change that I think maybe nobody's talking about, maybe they are, I don't know, I would strongly consider Jack Ruckert at second base.
Yep.
Like, strongly consider him because he's a very solid infielder, and that is a guy that's been hitting the ball hard. When you see him in there, he makes solid contact. And so, and it's not just like, well, our second baseman made a bunch of errors. You got to look at, like, hey, could we have turned that double play with a good throw or a better transition? Maybe we missed that double play, and so we don't think anything of it. But and I'm not picking on any of the guys that are starting now, but if you're asking me, like, changes, I think that's a guy that instantly makes you better defensively. Then you get Chris Stanfield back in the outfield, so your defense gets better, like, overnight. Now you're gonna have to maybe give up something offensively, but right now we don't need sluggers. We need guys that put the bat on the ball and that are going to hit the ball hard. So so if there's a change, maybe that. I mean, I don't really know that you go and you go crazy and you start benching people, because, like, you need Cade Arambidi to be your catcher. You need him to play good defense. And I'll be honest, I was fine, like, going in the season, Cade Arambidi hitting 268 with 8 homers. That was always a possibility as far as I'm concerned. Mm-hmm. I just wanted him to play good defense. And the fact that he did so well in fall and started up, that's great. But, like, that is the part that we need from Cade Arambidi. And what you're hoping is that you've just got enough guys in your lineup that somebody will step up each game. I mean, you can't possibly believe that every one of these guys is going to continue to struggle.
No.
This is a game of averages, man. Like, this, you don't go that long with hitters like this and just nobody ever starts to hit. So, it's a tricky deal, man, because you can't make wholesale changes when you're already struggling at the plate. If it means you're going to take a good bat at the lineup, at the same time, this is what Jay's got to do. And so sometimes to us it looks desperate, like he's he's putting this guy in left field, but you got to learn it. You had to know if David Harden, how he'd respond on the road, Daniel Harden, I'm sorry, on the road with a start in that kind of environment. And I'm not saying he can't play, but you needed to know. So giving him a chance was important. So, I don't know that, am I missing anybody that you think you just absolutely needs to come out the lineup?
No, I don't think so at all. You've seen, and that's where I think my biggest, I guess, playing the Trust Jay Johnson game, that You can either be on the bandwagon or be off of it, whatever. But that's the guy I'm going to ride with, because I think what he's doing is, you're just seeing it play out in real time, is who can I trust situationally, and who is going to be the first or second guy off the bench that I trust versus a lefty or versus a righty. That's why I think you saw Harden. He gave him an opportunity because he goes in whenever he made the wholesale changes and took all of the starters out. Harden goes in and hits 2 balls hard. It's like, okay, maybe that's the spark that we need, and you give him an opportunity. He did the same thing with Pearson. I want to get Pearson in the lineup, see what it looks like, but I'll put him at first base. Now you can pretty much consider that those are 2 things that you probably won't see again.
Exactly.
And so I think it's fine to be able to see that play out in real time, and the reason he's having to do it that way is because you're playing so much baseball. You just played on Monday and Wednesday, and I think –
Absolutely.
And I think I want to get your thought on this of returning to a sense of normalcy. Baseball is a game of routine, getting back to a normal series versus Sacramento State where you have Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and then your midweek game against Creighton is on Tuesday. Then you get into conference play. It's back to what I guess everybody's pretty much used to. How much does that help be able to build that routine of LSU getting kind of back to what they were doing earlier in the year?
Yeah, it's like literally what's the boldest on my notes here is just that, okay? Mm-hmm. And it's this for me. I mean, you hit it right on the head. Like, we have to look at this right now as like a 1-game season. And these next 4 games leading up to conference they have to be approached that way. The 3 versus Sacramento State, and then the normal midweek game versus Creighton. It is 1 game at a time. And look, if you should win all these games. I know you never know, but like, these are all winnable games. If you can go 1-0 each day, and you can go into Vanderbilt on a 4-0 tear, man, that is going to mean everything for this team. Because you're right. We've been out of sorts. We're doing 4-game weekends, and then we're playing on a Wednesday, and so I think more than anything, just going back home and having 3 games that you can manage your bull. Because you got also, the other thing is this, Lloyd, when you have a 4-game weekend, you cannot manage your bullpen the same way as you would on a conference weekend. You got to think about the 4th game. And so when it's just 3 games, and that's what you're used to doing the majority of the year, now you throw a 4th game on a Monday, that changes everything. And your guys are coming in sooner than they should be, or maybe you're holding a guy that you shouldn't have. So, yeah, I think that's a big deal, is just getting back to it. Sacramento State, can they beat us? Yes. But, look, that's going to be a big week. And then you got Creighton, who's coached by former South Carolina head coach Mark Kingston. He was the coach back in 2024 when we had those crazy games in Hoover. But, so, yeah, those are this schedule. I think when we get down the road, people are going to look back and say, you know what? Those are actually some pretty decent teams that we faced early on, and it looked bad. But, and that's how it is every year. I mean, nobody, when Murray State was beating teams last year and people outside of the programs were horse laughing teams for losing to Murray State. Now, later down the road, you see that's a good team. I think we might see a little bit of that. But, yeah, I mean, to answer the question, this weekend is big. And, game 1, all right, it is we have to get out the gates. Let's get on the board. Every out matters. And, as people watching the game, we're watching these games now, which is actually fun.
Right.
With the nerves of a conference game.
Right.
Because this is no longer, hey, who are we going to bring in first, and who's going to hit the first home run? Who's the pick to click today? And I mean, all that's fun. I'm just saying, we're looking at dude, we got to win this inning, And so I think it's going to bring a lot of intensity to these games this weekend, and you go 1-0 each game, which I know Jay is coaching them with that mindset, and just get back to playoff mentality every game. Don't let this week bleed over into it, and then you gain some steam. And look, maybe these other teams will have they'll hit their little lull in the coming days, and so we catch them at the right time. So it's just so unpredictable. You just got to kind of stay steady and don't panic, because you've got the players that you want in your locker room.
Yeah, no, I completely agree. Jason, we appreciate you making some time for us this morning. Of course, all the insight and bringing us back down to earth a little bit. It was very much needed after last night. We appreciate you. Let everybody know where to find you.
Yeah, I mean, just Inside LSU Baseball on Twitter is it, and then on YouTube. And I'm doing right now once a week, pretty much, one episode that it's on Spotify, Apple, as well as YouTube, and then I post throughout the week on Twitter. Once we get into SEC play, I'll do a recap and then again a preview going into the weekend. But for now, that's where you can find me.
Well, Jason, we appreciate you. We'll talk to you again next week.
All right, guys. Y'all have a good one.
You as well. There he is, Jason Armstrong of Inside LSU Baseball, where he covers the Tigers. Does a great job. Brought us back down to earth a little bit. Very much needed. Because he's right. It makes it more entertaining, right? Whenever you can, when you're actually locked in and dialed in on every inning, feels much more important.
And I think that's a lot of what this is. You have a lot more people watching.
Yep.
That is making it more
watching much closer.
Right. Yeah. They want to have an opinion, and so it's people. If you haven't been watching baseball and you just started, you're like, what is this?
What's going on?
Oh, Schwartzy, what a view.
Thought they won last year. It didn't look like it, but here we go, switching from LSU baseball to LSU women's basketball, from the negative to the positive, as LSU women's basketball is in Greenville, South Carolina, for the SEC tournament. And we have got Joe Schwartz, LSU women's basketball assistant coach. Joe, good morning. Thank you for joining us.
Good morning, y'all. Can y'all hear me?
Yeah,
I got you. I just had you muted for a second.
Where are you hanging out at right now?
I'm actually out by the pool. It's like nice out here.
Yeah, it looks great.
And I feel like I've already had a full day. We had practice this morning, so before I probably even thought about waking up.
That's very true. A little early morning practice. Well, how was the? Obviously, it's been a while since we've last spoken. You got a good win against Tennessee on senior night, battled it out in Starkville for a win over Mississippi State there, and now the attention turns to the SEC tournament. How good was it to kind of close the season out that way and then get into this stretch with the double bye where you can kind of reset and get your legs back underneath you before the postseason?
It's always good to get the double bye, but I think you've got to start stressing that early on. Really in your program, like in the things you talk about early on in the summer, in the fall workouts, then when you start going over your goals for the season, we don't have any crazy unrealistic goals. We don't have a goal that says win a national championship because it's so hard, but you've got to make things realistic. So we talk about winning 90% of our non-conference games. We did that. We talk about finishing top 4 in the SEC tournament. Because if you do that, you get the double bye. But on top of that, you probably get a chance to host the first and second round of the NCAA tournament on your home floor. And I think having that level of understanding early on, so you know what you're playing for, then you can revert back to it. So you lose 2 against Kentucky and Vanderbilt early on in conference. Well, simple math says you got to go win a bunch of games to reach our goals. And I think we did a good job of that in January, finished the month of January strong. February, we had 2 losses, and then Coach broke it down really after that and was like, guys, we need to win out. And we did just that. We had 2 good wins, one against Tennessee at home. Obviously, that was senior night, but Coach does a good job of making the seniors understand this won't be the last time you wear this jersey, and it won't be the last time you wear it on this court. So props to our seniors for finding a way to win against Tennessee, who was kind of in a tailspin. And then you go on the road to Mississippi State, and quite frankly, there wasn't much to play for in that game. We had already locked up the double bye. We had locked up the 4 seed, but you can't think that way and go in there and think you're going to win. Because if you play a game that doesn't mean much to you, then the other team's probably going to be more excited to play the game, and you may find yourself in a battle. And there were a lot of teams on the last Sunday of the season last weekend that didn't win games. And you may look up on Selection Sunday, and that can affect seeding. It can affect where you go in the bracket. So you're always playing for something, and you got to find a way to motivate your kids to think that way. And it's kind of the same thing headed into the SEC tournament this week, but we're excited for the tournament. Obviously, once again, it's not one of those things where it's like we're coming up here to just waste opportunities. That's why we got up this morning. We were on the practice court at 5:45 this morning in the main arena because it's the only time we could get on the main floor to shoot. And if we do anything besides just get some shots up, then it's a good day. We got the blood flowing, got off to a good start in Greenville, and then you spend the rest of the day off your feet. We'll go to the Oklahoma-Florida game at 1:30, which is, I guess, 12:30 Central Time. We'll watch that game. We'll scout them, and then come back tonight, watch a lot of film, maybe do a little walkthrough at the hotel, and get ready to go tomorrow.
Obviously, I think the last time we spoke to you was right before senior night. There was a very cool, I guess, an homage with the foe for Flau'jae Johnson. How does something like that come to be, and what is like the intricacies that go into not only pulling that off, but then getting to wearing it in a game?
You know, I think it's a testament to LSU. I think you go back, you look at Joe Burrow, and see what he did on his senior night, and then fast forward a couple of years with Anissa Morrow, what she did on her senior night wearing that jersey. But not everyone can do that, and it's not just being able to tie their last name to the French language, I guess. You've got to leave a legacy, and no matter how many points Flau'jae scored, how many rebounds she's gotten, how many games she's won, I think that has a little bit to do with it. But the impact that she's made on this university, on this city, on this state, and really for college athletics on a national level is remarkable. And there's not many others that have done it the way that she's done it. You've never seen Flau'jae get in trouble. You've never seen Flau'jae do something detrimental to her team. She's missed shots, she's hit shots, she's scored a lot of points, but she's always been a good teammate. She's changed the landscape for NIL and college athletics as one of the top earners over the past 4 years. And she's done it all while being a good teammate. But what people also don't realize is how much time she spends on her music. She's starting her own record label and going to start signing artists, which for a 22-year-old kid to do while playing at the highest level, starting on a top 10 team, winning a national championship, that's how you get that jersey. That's how the LSU fans embrace you one last time in the regular season on your home floor. And then you just hope that someone's going to follow them. Like, who's next? We've got Michaela. She's going to be next in that senior class next year. And there's, like I said, there's not many people that can do that, because it's not just the name on the back of the jersey. It's what you've meant to the name on the front of the jersey, and it's how you've represented those three letters. And there's no one more deserving of that moment than Flau'jae. And what we've tried to express to her recently, and Coach actually said it yesterday, you got 9 games left, max. And the fact that that countdown is on, that it's on 2 hands, the maximum number of games you can play left in your college career. If you win 3 here this weekend, great. Then you get 6 maximum in the NCAA tournament. So there's 9. But 2 is also the number. 2 losses and your career's over in college.
Yeah.
And you go on to the pros, and you're fighting for your life. Honestly, that's what it is at the next level. You've got grown women that are fighting to put food on the table for kids. You've got grown women that are trying to prove a point, who feel like they want to stay in this league and deserve to stay in this league. So I think it's a culmination of everything that Flau'jae's done, from the time that she stepped foot on campus to the impact she's made in the community, to what she's done on a national level, what she's done with her music. So I was real excited to see that. I'm glad Nike and our equipment people were able to pull it off, because it's special. And if LSU is going to do things the right way, which they do, Flau'jae needed to have that number 4, and it was really cool for us to be able to pull that off on senior night.
No, I completely agree. It was awesome. And you bring up Michaela Williams, obviously talking about next season. But obviously this year, there was the Ole Miss game where she didn't play in that second half. And her response since then, I think, has been massive. Obviously, she had one double-double in her career. And then in the 4 games after that game, she's got 3 of them. And obviously against Mississippi State, awesome performance, 26 and 15. How has she responded, and what have you seen from her the last handful of games?
Well, for all those people that went on Twitter and said she needed to transfer when Coach benched her at the end of the first quarter or at the end of the first half against Ole Miss, I guess they know basketball,
right?
Because, gosh, questioning a coach who's been in it for 40 years.
Yep.
Michaela knew why she got benched, and that's the only person that needs to know why she got benched. And I think she's responded very well.
Yeah.
We have challenged Michaela because we know what she can do. We know what she's capable of, and we really believe that she can take that next step. And that didn't have to, none of that really has to do with her not playing in the second half. That was between coach and Michaela. There's plenty of coaches who would never bench an All-American. Hell, Kim suspended Angel Reese for 4 games, and that worked out just fine.
Yeah.
Coaches have to pull strings in uncomfortable situations that may sacrifice wins and losses. It may sacrifice how people feel about you, but at the end of the day, we're still trying to develop these young ladies into the human beings that they're capable of becoming and the best versions of themselves. And if that means sitting a kid on the bench for 2 quarters in a conference game, we'll do it. And the kids know why they're being benched or why they're not playing, but it's not about that moment. It's the ability to focus on the next most important thing, which is responding to what just happened. And whether you get in or not, you got to be a good teammate when you're not playing. And then the next day at practice, it's like, all right, moving on. We got a game coming up. And so to that point, Michaela realized, all right, our team's probably better when I'm on the floor. I'm a good cheerleader, but I'm probably a better player. And we challenged her. We said, hey, there may be some games down the stretch where these matchups present an opportunity for you to go play down at the 4 and us use our small lineup to run some more. Tennessee, for instance, the way they play, not much defense, it's fast-paced, up and down game. You move Michaela to the 4, and then you go with Z or Grace at the 5. That's a pretty fast lineup with Jada at the 1, Fulwiley at the 2, Flagey at the 3, or Bella at the 2 or 3. With Michaela at the 4, if she's able to continue to rebound like she's rebounding, we're going to be able to run on some teams. And it was cool to be able to see that against Missouri and Tennessee and Mississippi State these last 3 games, because now we feel comfortable going into the postseason with that lineup. And rebounding is nothing more than effort. Michaela Williams is probably taller than Anissa Morrow, and Anissa Morrow led the country in rebounding. So it's about effort. Obviously, size helps, but Michaela can get in there and out-jump some people, get a body on them, and get positioning. And if you want to get rebounds, and I think Michaela realizes when she gets rebounds, everything is so much faster because she can outlet the ball to Lay or Jada instead of them having to come back to the ball. So when we push the ball up the floor, they've already taken off. Or Michaela, if Jada or Malaysia have already taken off, you can bring the ball up the floor. So being able to have Michaela kind of play the post position or the 4, whatever you want to call it, allows our offense to run so much quicker. And then you don't really have to run stuff in the half court. Obviously, different teams present different matchups, so we may have to look at Michaela at the 4. But if not, we've got Amaya who's been playing well. We've got Kate who's been playing well. It gives you a lot more options, but I think it's all about possessions. And if for 4 to 6 possessions we can get Z or Grace a break and trust Michaela to play the 4, or if we really need or want Jada and Malaysia on the court at the same time, we now know, like we know we've had depth all year.
But now it's about the different lineup combinations, because when you get to this point in the season, everyone has scouted you, everyone knows what you do, everyone knows every play you run. Well, for us being able to break this lineup out the past 2 or 3 games, it's a different look for some of these teams that we're going to repeat and play again, like Oklahoma or Florida in this first round matchup. And it's funny, we go up there and win by 19 at Oklahoma, and then you go back and watch it on film, and we really didn't play well. So we're a much better and much different team now than we were in January. But Oklahoma, they're feeling the exact same way. They're playing very well right now, and they've got a tough one against Florida today. It really wouldn't shock me if that's a close one, kind of a coin flip game. But you've got to be prepared for both of them. So, like Coach says, it wasn't raining when Noah built his ark. So we spent yesterday morning before we left, working on Oklahoma and Florida, some things that they do similar. And then today, it was all about us. We ran through a lot of our plays, executing different things, late game situations, end of quarter situations, different lineup combinations, and then we shot a lot. So just for 45 minutes to an hour on the main floor, getting used to an arena that's new to some, but like Flage said, we were trying to add up how many games she's actually played in this arena, because it seems like we've been here obviously 4 years for the SEC tournament, but we had a regional here the year we went to the Final Four. So familiar for some, definitely familiar for the coaching staff, and it's treated us well at times, and it's treated us to some heartbreak at times and to some physical altercations at times. So we've had some fun experiences here in Greenville, and I can assure you, after watching the games yesterday, this week will probably be just as chaotic as everyone expects.
And is there anything, I don't understand how this works, but obviously you've been placed in different regions before. You've been to Spokane and Albany, two very different sides of the map, if my geography is correct. Is there anything you can do during the SEC tournament, because that's kind of like the only thing that you have left, I guess, to put on the resume, that would make you go to a more, I guess, palatable region that can maybe be a little bit easier of a travel?
Well, the bottom line is the NCAA is going to do what they want to do, and
so there's no rhyme or reason to it.
Right? Does RPI matter? Does strength of schedule matter? Does the ELO chess model matter? Do net rankings matter? Does your wins against teams on the bubble matter? Like, all those statistics are great. All the bracketology is great. But at the end of the day, the NCAA is going to put you where they want to put you. And historically speaking, they haven't treated Kim Mulkey well in the NCAA tournament. They always find a tough place for her to go, and she figures out ways to win. She gets matchups that may not seem feasible based off her body of work. But everyone wants to talk about our non-conference schedule. That's great. Louisiana Tech, I think, won their league. We've played, Duke was not even ranked when we played them, and they win the ACC. They're going to be a 2 seed hosting, probably maybe a 3. So then you go look at our conference record. Your losses are to Kentucky, who is right outside the top 16, fighting to host. I think if they beat Georgia today, they'll probably host. You lose to Vandy, who has the AP play, or the SEC Player of the Year, the SEC Coach of the Year, and SEC Freshman of the Year, deservingly so. Finished second in our league. And then you lose to Texas, who was a Final Four team last year, in South Carolina. So, then you beat Texas. So everything else, you beat a bunch of ranked opponents. You finished 12-4 in the hardest league in college basketball. So, do I think we're safe at a 2 seed? The answer is probably not, because you're never safe in March. But I think based off everything we've seen, a 2 seed would be nice. It'd be the highest since we got to LSU. But if they drop us to a 3, they drop us to a 3. And then if you go and win 3 games in a row, beat 3 top 10 teams in a row, or whatever OU's ranked, if we end up playing OU, then okay. If we were to beat a South Carolina and beat a Texas or Vanderbilt or whoever comes out of that side of the bracket, do you jump them to a 1? There's so many questions you can ask. Yeah. The good thing is, we feel very confident that we're hosting the first 2 rounds in Baton Rouge, and that's another one of our goals, because we have the best fans in the country, we have the best atmosphere in women's college basketball, and we play well at home. And so being able to get those 2 games on your home court, as long as you're a top 4 overall seed, or top 16 overall seed, 1 through 4, that's checking off another goal on the list. But who knows? They could send us to Sacramento and pair us with UCLA. That would be a fun storyline. Or they could pair us with UConn. We haven't played UConn. It could be a lead up to next year against UConn. But it also wouldn't shock me if they throw us with the Texas or South Carolina again, especially if we play one or both of those teams this weekend in Greenville. It could be round 4 against a team like Texas. It could be round 3 against a team like South Carolina. So, the NCAA is going to do what they want to do. It's like the college football playoff rankings.
Right.
There's no rhyme or reason to it. It doesn't really make much sense. But as long as we get those first 2 games at home, we'll worry about that. And then wherever they want to send us, we'll be ready. Whether it's Fort Worth or Sacramento, we'll pack the bags and hop on the plane, and our fans will travel. I can assure you of that.
That's for sure. No, I completely agree. Last one before we close it out this morning, Coach. Obviously, it is March. You've got the SEC tournament this weekend, and then into March Madness right around the corner. For you guys as a coaching staff and this team, how do y'all balance this weekend and stay focused, knowing what's right around the corner, all that we just spoke about, knowing that the NCAA tournament's right there? How do you stay focused and locked in on the task at hand with OU or Florida coming up, and then potentially South Carolina, Texas over the weekend?
I think a lot of it's just about focusing on you, focusing on your team, focusing on the chemistry, focusing on the vibes, making sure everyone's in a good place. Obviously, none of us wanted to wake up at 4:45 this morning. That sucked, but we're doing it together. So we've got music playing while we're warming up and practicing. The vibes of the hotel are great. It's just there's other teams that don't get to be in this position. And I think Coach making sure that our players understand that, and having veterans like Mylasia Fulweiler, who's been to 2 Final Fours, played in 2 national championship games, won 1. Flage has won a national championship. A captain, Izzy Besselman, she's been there. So having people who have been on deep postseason runs, Michaela Williams has been to 2 Elite Eights. Jade has been to an Elite Eight. Like, you've got kids that have played deep into March. I think having a level understanding that there's a lot of basketball left to be played, and be excited about it, because when that clock hits 0 for the last time this season, wherever and whenever that may be, it's going to be very emotional, especially for the 3 seniors. But nowadays in college athletics, you're never going to have the same 12 players on a team or the same 15 players on a team. So embrace every moment with your teammates, enjoy every moment. That's one thing that this team has done very well, and that started this summer. Obviously next week we'll have a couple days off. It's spring break, but I don't anticipate our girls going to do much without each other. We've got a team crawfish bowl on Wednesday that's become a tradition that the team really enjoys. We have a few other things planned for them just to kind of keep the chemistry good and where it needs to be. And if you're splintering at this time of the season, God bless you. I'm praying for you. But when your team is in as good of a place mentally and emotionally as we are, you feel like you've just got it at your hands. You've got this thing figured out. And the enemy of great is good. I think that's how that quote goes. And we're right there. We've been really good this year, but we think we can get to that next tier, so to speak. And that starts with the game tomorrow. We're going to go out and we're going to play as hard as we can, try and get a win, and then hopefully get to the weekend and play Saturday. And we know what lies ahead of us. If we were to play South Carolina again, it would be pretty much a home game for them, but we're not using that as an excuse. It's time for coaches, like I say, put the big girl panties on. It's big girl basketball. If you're worried about other stuff in March, then you're here for the wrong reasons. Yep. And I think that's probably the top thing that in our locker room has been so much fun to be around, is no one cares who's getting the credit. We laughed at the all SEC teams. I mean, comedy, quite frankly. Michaela and Flage, congratulations. Z, congratulations. But for Mylasia Fulweiler to be the 6th player of the year in this conference, and not be on the all defensive team when she's top 10 in multiple defensive categories. It is just baffling to me that happened, and that coaches protect their own as much as coaches do and can't look past a kid transferring from South Carolina to come to LSU and do what she's done. I mean, the kid is one of the best. She's got 93 steals on the year. She's 13th in the country. She's second in the SEC. She's got 41 block shots at someone under 6 feet tall, 8th in the SEC. She's got 228 deflections this year, which is a stat that we keep. The most that we've had, it shattered the record of anyone that we've had in the past 4 years that we've kept that statistic. That's averaging almost 7.5 deflections a game. And she gets on the board. She's got 100 plus rebounds in conference play. Like, the kid, it is a shame that she was not on the all defensive team, and she's up for National Defensive Player of the Year. So I would think that in the best conference in America, we've got coaches that are smart enough to vote for her to be on the all defensive team, but for some reason they felt like she should be left off. And I think all that does is light a fire under her. And I'm excited to see how she comes out tomorrow and moving forward the rest of March. Because that's, quite frankly, the most disrespectful thing to keep that kid off the all-defensive team in the SEC.
I completely agree, and we are we're fired up over here. We're excited for this weekend and obviously everything that this month has in store. Best of luck to you today as you are, like you said, you feel like you've already lived a full day this morning and then this weekend.
Yep. Well, thank you. I appreciate it. And you've got a big one this weekend, right?
Yep. Yeah, we're headed. I'm actually headed to Natchitoches this afternoon for Natchitoches Central tomorrow evening.
All right, man. Well, good luck. Bring it home. Keep winning, and we'll try and do the same. And hopefully, a couple good days up here in Greenville, and then I'll follow up with y'all boys next week.
Yep. We'll see you next week.
All righty, guys. Go Tigers.
Go Tigers.
Thank you.
There he is, Joe Schwartz, LSU women's basketball assistant coach. Good stuff there. It's going to be an exciting weekend, especially if they handle business like they should tomorrow against OU or Florida. And then, of course, the fireworks will follow with potentially South Carolina and or Texas down the line. Should be fun. And then March, best time of the year. It's right there.
The thing pissed him off.
Yeah, as it should.
It should.
I mean, to not be on the all-defensive team is just laughable. Because you can say all the things you want to say about her as a player overall if you didn't want to put her on the all-SEC teams because of the turnovers or the decision-making, the shooting percentage, whatever. But not being on all-defensive is literally laughable. Like, just makes absolutely zero sense. You heard him rattle off the stats. I mean, she belongs there more than anything else. She was 6th Woman of the Year in the conference and defensively has been lights out for LSU.
He said 41 blocks.
Yeah, 41 blocks, 93 steals. And just turn on the film. Watch her play defense. I mean, she's been a menace on that side of the ball. So, there's always your politics in the SEC, especially the fact, this tournament they're playing in is where? It's in Greenville, South Carolina.
Greenville, Alabama.
Which is the same way we've always talked about. It's like, why is the SEC offices in Birmingham? Interesting, huh, Hunter Hall? It's a little intriguing there. But we appreciate everybody hanging out with us here on this Thursday morning, even after a sad night. I saw that on Twitter and thought of you, Lloyd. I can't believe it is a cheese ball container, right? Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Why are there eggs, though?
It's this guy. This guy on TikTok, he just consistently eats testicles.
I missed.
Oh, no, those are actually balls.
Those are testicles, yeah.
Oh, I was so
realize
confused.
that you put the fins up thing on earlier.
Yeah.
That is the best thing I've seen in so long.
This guy is zesty.
Go to the 2 claps in the document. I want to show you the coolest wrestler.
Oh, I saw him.
The pizza guy?
Yeah.
The best finishing move I've ever seen.
They're 11-1 at home this season.
Of course they are. Is that long?
Are they just in college?
Yeah, I don't
know. This guy, I'll follow him anywhere.
This guy?
Yeah.
Fins up.
He's talking to one person. He's talking to 3 people.
Yeah. Hey, good on me.
Hey, 11-1.
Fins
up. Fins up.
Yeah. Fins up.
It's working. Keep winning.
It ain't broke.
Yeah, let's get Guy out on that.
He was grinding last night.
Is it that? I guess he's retired, huh?
No, he's got a full-time job in those stands.
That's right.
As he should. Ain't no halfway.
Ain't no such thing as halfway. Leather longing.
Amen. All the way or no way. Let's go 13 for 13. Let's close it out here on this
Hold on, we
Thursday
gotta look
morning.
at
That I don't know if you have time this morning. That LSU guessed the player from Sporkle.
The Sporkle, we should play that.
Really good.
We should play
I
that.
played like the first 5 players. There's 25.
Yeah,
I looked at the first 5 and I was like, oh, this is like serious.
Yeah.
It's not like Jamar Chase,
No, you gotta
Justin
no- you gotta no
Jefferson.
ball.
No, yeah. By the third one, I was
Look at
like,
this. This is the best finish.
He just shoved the dough in his face.
He just spins
oh,
the
this
pizza,
is awesome.
and then down you go. Knock it out.
Oh my gosh.
Tell me that's not the best. finish.
No, that's incredible. That guy runs Papa's Pizzeria. That's him.
Cool.
That's Papa.
I'd like to see him go up against Lily Courtney.
Bellissimo! And down they go.
We did spin some dough. You gotta
Yeah.
drive the car. Play kitty cat.
Kitty cat.
Kitty cat meow meow meow.
Meow, meow, meow.
Noah missed it. No pizza for you.
I
Purr,
did.
purr.
Me and Wyatt, no pizza.
Purr purr.
I know I was
I don't
supposed to
eat
give
any
you
pizza.
It's okay, we had a-
refrigerated leftovers, but let's.
It's okay. Me and
They
Wyatt
weren't getting to
Me
you.
and Wyatt had a cookie skillet last night and a chocolate lava cake.
We all did. Besides,
And now it's in
Lloyd
a
wouldn't have
fucking,
eaten it anyway.
He
so
wouldn't have.
Now it's in the poor bathroom of a gas station on Highland.
Amen.
Yeah, where it belongs.
serious?
Yeah. Oh, dude. Yeah.
You had to stop on your way out.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
It was a dire situation.
Yeah.
There was no
I was not feeling good this morning either.
there was no waiting.
I didn't stop and get anything to
told
eat.
you.
I had time. I'm not hungry this morning because of the
No.
amount of food we ate last night.
No, me either.
I'm
Two dippers
very
is-
hungry this morning.
It's crazy.
Well, we had one as an appetizer that we split, like pretty
Triple
equally,
dipper.
I
Yeah,
would
yeah,
say.
yeah. We split that one.
And
we
then,
all had an egg roll.
Yeah, and then mine was my meal.
Yes.
I got another one for my meal. Everyone else also got meals.
Got meals,
though.
yeah.
It wasn't
But
like
you-
I just.
know it's not the amount. It's just like you just had that, and you're like, I want more of it.
And it was also like midnight when we had
Yeah, it was. Yeah.
That's what
It's
time I
also
normally
like
eat.
I don't know. I didn't really look at anything on the menu and be like, oh, I really want that.
Yeah.
The chicken bacon ranch quesadillas did look good.
They
that
were
was
good.
the
I've
other
had
thing.
those.
They
yeah.
were good.
But see,
That's what I
my
had.
thing was, I didn't like the volume that I was seeing there.
Of course.
I wanted a little bit more volume.
See, I went low volume because I did have 2 hot dogs at the game.
That's true. That's true.
And those were not halfway hot dogs. Those
didn't
were,
have mustard though,
I was
yeah, they only had
concerned-
honey mustard,
which is weird.
which I didn't want to try.
I like honey mustard. Honey
Me
mustard,
too, I love
but
honey
not
mustard.
on a hot dog.
But honey mustard
I mean, I'm
is
sure
probably
it's
my favorite
okay.
condiment.
Really?
But I don't want
Wait,
it on a hot
they
dog.
didn't have normal mustard?
It was ketchup, honey mustard, barbecue sauce, relish.
West
No.
Louisiana.
Yeah.
Or no, it was not barbecue sauce. It was mayonnaise.
Yeah, hell yeah. Mayonnaise
Well, you
dog.
need you
Mayo
need mayo.
dog.
Hold up, you need the mayo dog.
I just put, I
But
just
no
put ketchup
mustard,
on it.
yeah, is interesting. I can't believe honey mustard's your favorite condiment.
I love honey mustard.
Ranch should be everyone's number one.
Ranch,
That's why I'm surprised you didn't get the chicken bacon ranch.
ranch. I don't think has the
Well, the
highest
sliders
ceiling,
I got were chicken
but
bacon ranch.
all
in my
around
triple
it
dipper.
covers a lot of bases. Ranch
On a
does.
dog?
Yeah, it's
Covers a
versatile.
lot.
No,
It's
no,
very
no, on the
versatile.
slide. I think
Oh,
ranch can be
okay.
too
I
much
thought-
sometimes.
Ranch is
No.
very versatile.
Like, if you've got a really greasy pizza, I feel like ranch is a little too much to add to it. Now,
That's
if
fine.
the pizza is lacking in grease on the pizza,
See, I'm anti-ranch
then
on
I'll
pizza.
go ranch.
Kill yourself.
Anti.
Okay.
Really?
All right.
No, I'll go ranch on pizza. I prefer the garlic. I want to dip my pizza in
Yeah,
the
no,
garlic.
ranch. I'm not a big pizza in ranch guy. I've done it.
Of
I'll do
course.
it. I've dabbled.
Yeah, yeah.
Lit
Blackened
pizza.
ranch.
Lit pizza's
Lit pizza,
one is
yeah.
where I will get the
Yeah.
ranch drizzled, but I'm not big on ranch on pizza. But it's not.
I
bad.
want to
Yeah, I
do
hate
the garlic every time, but I don't want to deal with the garlic
terrible.
after.
The garlic after is, yep.
That's my issue.
What's wrong
It
with
Because
slides right out.
I'll
Bite the
crush
bullet.
garlic at a crawfish boil if it's only my family at the crawfish boil.
Yeah.
But if I'm with friends and stuff, yeah, hell no.
You
I'm
got
not
you
eating garlic
smell it. You
before
guys.
this.
Vampire's worst nightmare.
When I go through a day of like counting how many times I fart in a day, I need to just eat a bunch of garlic from a crawfish boil.
It's
Yeah.
not even just that.
So
it's
that I can
just
fart
like,
max.
Dude, you just smell different after.
You do.
Yeah, it comes out your
You
pores.
ooze.
Zoom
You
it.
ooze a scent.
You do,
zoom
yeah.
it
It's an
out.
aroma.
It
It's
is.
an aroma.
That's for sure.
Your aura just turns into
Let's
garlic.
go 13 for 13, then guess these players.
Sunflower seeds.
Here we go.
Bag.
Bubble.
Oh,
gum.
Aston, Arsenal.
Was this London teams probably?
Oh, actually, maybe not.
Auburn, Florida.
Duke and Houston.
That was last year's Final Four, yeah.
What is this? What's the next one?
Skill set, repertoire, bag,
Bag.
and
Arsenal.
yeah, Arsenal.
What is
Mm,
Princess
tricky.
Kate or whatever?
They did try to trick me.
Duke, Auburn, Florida, Houston.
Kate Martin, Curtis Martin, Kenyon Martin.
Yeah, Aston
Martin.
Martin. Some Martins. That's going to be the purple one, I bet you.
Water Martin.
Yeah, there you go. See, now you got the colors.
I got
the colors.
Oh, yeah.
Where's
No,
Doug
because
Martin?
it's so cool when you get the purple one first.
Yeah.
And then you're like, that was the first one that jumped out at me.
I just think different.
Dang.
Yeah.
Doug Martin Robb,
like
man.
that.
The muscle hamster, Doug Martin.
Really? I didn't know that was his name.
Great nickname.
The muscle
Boise State.
hamster?
Yes.
The Broncos.
I mean, he.
Underrated running back
Yes.
U school.
Yeah.
Jay Ajayi.
Yeah.
Yep.
Now you got
Ashton Genty.
Ashton
Genty.
Genty.
Doug
Martin was
Yeah.
really good. The running back they have right now, Sear Gaines.
Uh-huh.
It's pretty good.
Okay.
Still not the
LeGarrette
best.
Blunt punched one of them.
I was going to say the same thing as
Yeah.
Garrett.
Didn't go to Boise State.
Honorary member. There.
Yeah, honestly, I'm
yeah.
cool with
Still not
giving
the
it
best
to him.
Mount Rushmore, though. The best Mount Rushmore for a college is Pitt. Remember we decided that.
It is.
Pitt
I
has-
don't know if it's the best. It's tough though.
Pitt is
Yeah.
like a sneaky
we didn't
good
even.
Mount
We
Rushmore.
didn't. I remember watching the comments after that show. We didn't even mention Tony Dorsett.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
the first one I
That was the
decided.
fourth one that I don't like because it was Larry Fitzgerald, Darrell Revis, Aaron Donald. I think Kurt Warner went there too.
Dan Marino.
Dan Marino.
Tony Dorsett.
Dude, they are.
and they
it's-
suck.
The top end
They're
is
terrible.
unbelievable.
LaShawn
Yeah.
McCoy.
They
Yes.
just keep. They just.
Dude,
They
LaShawn
would have
McCoy.
a problematic all-time football team.
No, if you throw
Yes.
out like an all-time Madden team with
Yeah.
Pitt guys, I mean, I've got Dan Marino dropping back,
Throwing to Larry Fitzgerald.
throwing to Larry Fitzgerald, and then you have Aaron Donald on the other side.
handing it
Darrell
off to
Revis.
LaShawn McCoy and Tony Dorsett in the backfield.
Yeah.
See,
Darrell Revis is locking down one
And
side
I'm-
of the field.
And I'm
Right.
sure
I am-
Pitt has to have some offensive linemen. We just don't know who they are.
Yeah, yeah.
Like,
Yeah,
it's
of
Pittsburgh.
course.
It's like, that's what they do.
That's what
course.
I say about the Auburn team because I think a backfield of Bo Jackson and then Cam Newton at quarterback.
Yeah,
would-
yeah.
Cadillac
literally
Williams.
would be
Yeah,
no
Cadillac.
college team could stop.
What are the wide receivers? I feel like would be.
They don't-
Sammy Coates.
Yeah, they don't have any.
Yeah.
That's what I'm
and then-
saying. Like, what are you gonna do? Fucking
Cam Coleman.
Shaquille
Yeah,
Williams.
freshman Cam Coleman honestly
Yeah,
is really
freshman Cam
not
Coleman
that bad
probably
of an
makes
option.
that team.
Yeah. I mean, Sammy Coates.
Sammy Coates was
Was
good.
good.
I like
Like a
Sammy
porn star.
Coates. Fucking Ontario Caleb.
No, like you do run out of options.
I loved Ontario.
Ricardo
Caleb. I can't
Lewis,
even-
was that the guy's
Ricardo-
name?
That was
But
the,
that
he
caught
was
the Georgia.
the
miracle.
original
Yeah,
6'7".
Yeah.
the miracle in Jordan Hare.
Yeah.
They
He
do
was
like
the
they've won
original
2 nat or
6'7".
they've been to a natty and then won.
Oh
a
no!
natty
Remember they
within the
won like
last
10 natties. They
15
kind of they
years.
resurrected all these
Yeah,
random
but that
years
was
this past
bullshit.
season.
Like they have players to fill out the roster,
course.
just like we
No,
say
I mean
about
any
Pitt.
top end
Darius
program you
Slayton.
can.
I mean, I assume
Yeah.
he's probably in, but he's not like. I don't know. He's not getting anywhere on Darrell Revis.
Yeah, like 2019 LSU with Leonard Fournette in the backfield would give him problems.
Dude, there's been a little bit of disrespect to Leonard Fournette going on social media where they're ranking all-time like running back prospects because it's Jeremiah Love. Is who they're talking. Jeremiah Love is not the running back prospect that Leonard Fournette was.
No.
He may have a better NFL career. That's fine. Jeremiah Love's phenomenal. But they've got like it's like literally like it'll be like Zeke Elliott and like Jahmyr Gibbs and like McCaffrey and Saquon, and then Leonard Fournette will be like 8th.
No.
And then they'll have him like below Bijan. He's not below Bijan.
No.
Not as a prospect.
No, coming out of college, I
as a
could tell
player.
you.
Leonard Fournette was ahead of McCaffrey. Coming
Yes.
he literally the
Yeah,
same
yeah,
draft
same
got
draft
drafted
class.
ahead of them. Like we're not gonna revise history.
The only
here.
one that I would put above Leonard would be Saquon. Saquon's the only prospect coming out
Zeke
of college.
Elliott, I can see.
Was close.
I could that one's arguable.
Well, what are the year spans? Because like Reggie is above Fournette.
Well,
We're talking about,
it's
like,
just
just
it'll just
recently.
like I've seen
Yeah.
a list on
Okay,
Twitter
I
and
still
it'll be like
remember when he committed and how big.
Oh my
how
gosh.
big a deal that was.
Because Saquon coming out of college was.
No, that's fine. He was the number. You don't get drafted number 2 overall as a running back if you're not insane.
I mean, Lenny was the 4th guy off the board.
That's what I'm saying. And like to have McCaffrey ahead of him, he got drafted 4 picks later in the
Right.
same draft.
Right.
It's insane.
Oh, it's the chick from High School Musical. What's her name?
Vanessa Hudgens?
Yeah.
Hot.
Good pull.
Who's the man though?
I'm the man.
Yeah, you
Nice.
are.
Damn right.
No, Poggi is.
Poggi is the man. Cocoa butter. Fucking insane. That was wild.
Milk.
I stay strapped.
Is that Max Kellerman?
Dude, it's honestly not like.
Skip Bayless?
No.
Did anyone see Skip and Ernestine's thoughts on the war in Iran?
No.
He posted it on Twitter.
Dennis Quaid, that is who
That
it
is,
is.
yeah, I was close.
Who's Dennis Quaid?
He is.
Jack Quaid's dad.
Who's Jack Quaid?
Actor. Dennis Quaid, actor.
Dennis Quaid, big cocaine guy.
Not surprised.
You would know.
Uh-huh. Respect.
I don't know where Drew Dahlman played. He retired. Didn't he just retire?
just
yeah,
happened.
it just happened. I just saw it on Twitter yesterday, but I don't remember what team he was on.
I don't know either.
Somebody will know.
It's an NFC team.
It pissed a lot of people off because they just re-signed him.
Yeah. What's the question? Who did? It's
Drew
the Bears.
Dahlman.
That's who it is.
That is. It is the Bears.
The Bears.
The Bears.
Oh,
The
Bears.
Samuel Dallenbear.
Oh, Samuel Dallenbear. Legend.
Is this the? I want to say it's Philly.
What? He did play for Philly.
Yeah.
Is it
he
the
played
Sixers?
for Philly.
Yeah,
he played for.
I say it's the Sixers.
It's the Sixers.
I think that's who he played for the longest because he also played for Detroit, I believe.
Yeah, he did.
But I think it is the Philadelphia 76ers. Samuel Dallenbear.
What?
Yep, Sixers.
Premium hot dog. What?
Philly. What?
Golf.
I see it, Lloyd.
Oh, yeah, nice.
This is y'all's.
World number one switch between Tiger Woods and this American golfer, the 2001 Open Championship winner.
Rory McIlroy.
No, is it Luke Donald?
What?
Who?
Where?
Why?
When?
How?
David
Cocoa butter.
Duvall.
David
In what
Duvall.
I knew
context?
that too. Nike guy.
Nike guy.
I just saw something about Luke Donald the other day.
Duvall.
Oh, nice.
That's
Yeah.
good.
I got you.
Gotcha.
Revolution Libertadora
Libertadora.
in the South
There you
American
go.
country in the 1900s.
This is all
Come
you.
on, Chrissy.
Well, it's either Portugal or Spain now.
Well, the Spain's not in South America.
you
Neither
Portugal. Imbecile.
Yeah, actually, neither of those are in South
Oh,
America.
well, they were probably against Portugal or Spain.
Okay.
What are we thinking? We're thinking.
I actually don't know.
Is that a... It's not a Portuguese name. Is it Guerra Sucia?
I would guess Brazil, but my
Brazil,
reasoning is
Chile.
very, very off base.
Argentina.
Yeah, that's
Okay,
Not
fair
even a
enough.
second guess.
it's probably.
Sam
you
Brown
looked
said
that up.
LMAO. I just said Duval too.
Duval, it's so good.
Duval.
Have you seen the clip of like Big Cat and them like telling them why it was weird? They were like, "Dude, you raised your eyebrows too much.
Yeah.
That's what made it weird."
It was sensual.
Yeah, it's very odd. And he got real close to the mic.
Duval.
And he's looking around like looking for support. And they're like,
Yeah, and everyone was like, "Whoa."
oh,
what
we
the-"
should have hired this
Yeah.
guy.
Well, now they did
And now
the
he's a winner.
playoffs, didn't he?
Yeah,
They're good.
Yeah, they were good. It
Fucked
was-
up Brian Thomas, but
Yeah,
it's all right.
they need to figure that out or trade him to the Saints.
Nice.
Mountain Dew Berry Rush is a drink.
Berry Bash. Berry.
Applebee's,
Berry Bash.
Applebee's.
Yeah.
Nice.
It's kind of like a worse
Poach.
Chili's. Applebee's.
After her Nickelodeon run, Amanda Bynes moved into her teen years as the lead of this WB sitcom from 2002 to 2006.
Hairspray.
That's the one. The Amanda Bynes is
It's the one that's all
that went
fucked up.
crazy, Yeah.
Yeah, she is nuts.
What did she? What was the? Oh shoot! Because she was. I watched that. Remember the Nickelodeon like docu
All
series
that?
they did?
Oh no.
They did like a docu series about how like screwed up the whole back end of
Nickelodeon is?
was.
Nickelodeon, the
Like the child stars and all those things.
Oh yeah, she didn't do
Dan
well.
Schneider.
Yeah, he was tickling the toes.
What I like about
What I like about you.
What I like about you.
That's what I like
Really
about
know how to
you.
dance.
Come on, sing it,
Tell
fellas.
me I'm the only one.
Movies. Michael Keaton played Batman again. This was in the
It's the
Flash,
Flash, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's what I like about you.
With what's this Flash's name? IRL? Ezra.
Oh,
His
like
name?
the actor's name?
Yeah.
I think
Yeah,
it's
he's a
Ezra
piece
something.
of shit.
It's getting late, but I don't mind.
Oh, they cursed.
Memories.
Memories all
It is.
alone in the moon.
Hey,
Poach.
checks out.
Big
Kid
Poach.
Cudi checks out. And David Guetta checks out.
How do I get this?
Come on, bro. You don't like Kid Cudi? Kid Cudi's
I
good.
do. I love Kid Cudi. Not as much as you do, though.
Better like him.
Appreciate you guys hanging out with us here on this Thursday morning. Appreciate y'all hanging out with us here on Lloyd's birthday.
Yeah,
Happy
yeah,
birthday,
yeah,
Lloyd.
yeah.
I appreciate Lloyd hanging out with us.
Of course.
On his birthday.
Another year down.
That's right.
Still kicking, baby.
1 year. Yeah, I keep defying the odds.
Yeah, that's
that I
very
set on
good.
myself.
It's very true.
Keep on giving them hell till they're sick of you, man.
That's right. That's what I do every day.
They're getting there.
Attack it with a force unknown to mankind.
Yes.
Are we getting this sporkle? Can we do it or no?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, let's do it.
I did the first 5, and like the third player on there, I was like, oh, this is a deep cut right here. All right, Christian.
Let's see what I type.
I don't know
What do
how
I
much help
type
I can
in?
do.
Why?
It's in the. It was in the.
You put it in the doc?
Yeah.
I can.
Yeah, and he freaked out on me earlier for saying I don't like ranch on pizza.
Yeah. No. You said you don't like ranch in general.
No, I like ranch. I don't like ranch
Y'all
on
got
pizza.
into it yesterday talking about the robo.
Yeah, we can talk about that again right now if we want to.
We don't have to talk about it.
Jury,
Poji's a fucking
Apparently
idiot.
can't
Court.
play the clip.
Order in the court.
All right, I got it.
I got you.
I got you. I got you.
I just put it in the document too. All that
Oh,
work
okay,
I
now-
just
I
did.
know.
Worry about it, do it too.
Objection.
Where'd you put it?
ChatGPT.
Right
is
underneath
not
the
allowed.
guests.
I got you.
Lloyd getting old and frail, says Gage Evans.
Yes.
No, I like ranch. Ranch is fine.
That's not what you said.
I did is what I said. We could go back and
We
replay.
play the
Oh,
tape.
Okay.
this is recorded. Actually.
Ranch on pizza, that's fine. You don't have to be pro ranch on pizza, but you just need to be pro ranch in general.
Oh, it's like this?
Yeah,
Do
How
this
many
thing.
are there?
25.
You have 10 seconds?
No,
Minutes.
10 minutes.
10 seconds to get all 25.
10 seconds would be crazy.
Eric Gilbert.
See, I know this one because I did the first 5, but I don't know who this is. I didn't when I did it.
You didn't?
No.
Yeah, it's not really.
JD Moore?
I mean, 44s went from J.C. Copeland, J.D. Moore, Torrey Carter. I don't believe it's Torrey Carter,
It's not Torrey Carter.
and so I feel like it.
John David Moore?
Feel like it's John David.
Just type in JD. It's
JD?
weird. It's weird about the name. There you
Yeah,
go.
nice.
Yep. All right.
Come on.
I was excited I got this one.
Oh, is this Boone?
I'm trying to get a closer look.
Yeah, thank you.
I remember the sleeves. The sleeves under the jersey.
Great. Looks great in the uniform.
It is. No, he does.
Good name. Cadron Boone.
Cadron, yeah.
It's a
I couldn't
good
remember
name.
his first name, but I remembered Boone on the back of that jersey.
Oh, shit.
This is the one where I was like,
Oh, this is Philip Rivers' kid, isn't it?
Yeah.
Gunner.
Yes.
I knew it, but I was like, wow, this is like if you weren't an LSU fan, you would have no
I
idea.
Isn't
remember.
it Gunner?
Steven.
Steven. Gunner's
Now.
Yeah.
Gordon.
Dylan
Yeah.
Gordon.
We talked about this guy the other
did.
day, like randomly.
Look at him. He is freaking tank.
Yeah.
Christian Lacature?
Yeah.
No.
No.
That's
Is this,
81. That's
is this
81.
Colin Jeter?
Yes.
Okay, now these are the ones I haven't done yet.
Yeah, we are getting in our bag. We do know stuff.
Yeah.
I think so.
We're about to see, I guess.
Well, which one? Anthony Johnson?
No, it's
No,
not
it's not
Danny
Anthony
White.
Johnson.
Those are the short stripes.
See, I don't know that one.
Look at that. Look at that.
gloves.
Look at that freaking tank in 40.
Yeah, it's Devin White. Dude, who would have been in front of him?
95. Who's 95 on this team?
95 throws me off.
Not
I mean, he didn't feel like he played much.
Shelvin.
No, Shelvin was 72.
I need to see more of his belly.
Yeah, I need to see. This is a terrible picture.
We can
I just
skip.
can't stop staring at Devin White.
You can
Yeah.
skip if,
I like
if,
the
if we
gloves.
don't know
I
it.
love Devin White.
But we know this game, too. We know the year.
Yeah, I remember this
Yeah,
game
this is
very well.
2017. Or, well, I guess technically it was 18.
Technically, it was.
I
that's
guess
true.
they're probably playing in the chat, too.
That's Notre Dame.
We haven't
in the
done this one
background.
yet. That is Notre Dame. We
No,
played
this
them
was
in-
the Citrus Bowl. Yeah, this
Yep.
was.
16.
No,
No.
we played.
It was the 17 season. It might have been played on like New Year's Day, so it was 2018
Yeah.
technically.
16 was the Music City Bowl.
No.
Is that Devon
16
Gottschalk?
was.
Or no, when was Music
16
City
was
Bowl?
the
16
Citrus
was
Bowl
Lamar.
against Louisville.
Yeah, when was the Music City?
Okay,
That was
yeah.
14.
That was 14.
'Cause that was
Lenny's-
Fournette's
that
freshman
Lenny's
year.
freshman
No,
year,
that can't be. Lloyd.
Yeah.
Wait, what?
It's not Gottschalk, is it?
That's who Cajun Curveball said.
I don't think it's
Is it-
Godshaw.
I was waiting for a guess. Yeah.
Let's just skip it. We'll just come
Yeah.
back. We'll come
We
back.
can't get this one. We can't get it wrong. Like it's,
Oh, fuck off. Go fuck yourself.
Oh.
I actually fucking hate this dude. He's probably a nice guy
Why do you
in
hate
real
him?
life. I fucking hate him. One of the worst fucking players He's probably not that bad. Just 12-year-old me. He was terrible. He was always 4 yards behind the person who had the ball.
You're not wrong.
Fucking DJ Welter, man.
I was about to say, and you know why you hate him and I hate him?
Because he's white?
Because who was behind him when Kendall Beck was
watching
sitting on the bench. It's like, put him in the fucking game.
Yeah.
And I'm doing the same thing you're doing. It's like, he can't play with these guys.
Yeah.
He's not good enough. It was, remember, the Titans.
Yeah.
Guess what happened to him? He got pulled.
Yeah.
And every time you look up, fucking Welter again.
Anytime there was an outside handoff, he's still in the middle of the field, and the running back's fucking all the way to the sideline. Is that
Radar Jones?
No, is it Terrence?
No, this is
no, it's not Terrence Alexander. Because that's the Natty team.
11. Why can I not think of who wore it? Because I remember this.
Oh.
11 was.
Is that Eric Monroe?
Yes, it's Monroe.
He looks fire.
I thought Terrence Alexander at first. Derek Dillon.
Oh, Derek Dillon.
Yeah.
Gosh, that was such a good football
Good game. Great game.
Back.
Yeah.
Weirdly stormed the field.
Michael Ford, come on.
Yes.
I mean,
what a picture.
God, such a good picture.
Look at that fucking bicep, dude.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, what the fuck?
Oh, wait.
Lewis
So
and then-
this is Damian Lewis. So this is
Deculus is to the right. This is 2018.
This is 2018. It's not 2019.
Cam
It's
Wire.
Yeah, because they don't have the 150 patch.
I don't know.
It's not Cam Wire.
was
He was
61.
51 or 61. Yeah.
51 was freaking Dare Rosenthal. before
Yes,
he went
that.
to
Yeah,
Kentucky.
you're right. You're right.
57 was who?
Adrian McGee.
No,
He was
McGee was 73.
3.
We only have 4 minutes and 40
I
seconds
know.
left.
yeah,
by the
we
way,
should-
We should pause
Why
the
don't
time.
they
Just
give
pause
us
the
more
timer.
time?
yeah, just yeah.
Oh, he can't.
Oh, see,
frick.
that's so dumb.
Who is
Fuck the timer.
57? Okay,
We
just,
should
we,
just
we
skip
know
it.
the
It's gonna
picture.
spoil the
we
rest
know
of
the
the
image in
game
our
now.
brain, so just leave it paused for a second. We'll think on the image in our brain. I'm also looking at it on my laptop. 57.
And if we also run out of time and we don't finish
Is
the
that
game,
Carius Kern?
just
It's gotta be. Like, well, it's 57. If you weren't the
Oh,
same
yeah,
thing
okay.
as. Come on, guys.
damn. Serious shots fired over Iran, man. Iran television.
I have no fucking clue who it is. I'm gonna hear
give
the
me a
name
second.
and like know it,
Give me
but
a second.
this was one of the guys that was like always like a career backup on the offensive line. It had to be
Because I'm trying to like remember the roster. Because 58 was freaking Cardell Thomas.
yes.
God, I wanted him to be good.
is
so
this one of the
Yeah.
guy? Is this the guy that went to Kentucky?
That's Dare Rosenthal, 51.
Okay.
Chasen Hines. Gosh, dog,
Wow,
I know who it is.
that's a great pull.
Freaking
I would have
Saban.
never
Thank
got
you so
that.
much. Nice.
I remember
Gage.
him, though.
Gage said Billy Cannon.
You know, I'm not really
Just
seeing
a bit
it.
outside.
Ah, it's Chasen Hines. I should have known that.
Oh, it's
Oh, is this freaking Liam Shanahan?
yeah.
Freaking center from Harvard.
Shout out to Power Hour.
I
Oh,
wanted
Marcel
him
Brooks.
Yeah, Marcel
good.
Brooks.
I wanted him to be so.
This
He
one,
was.
This one gets under my skin a little bit. He should have
was, but
stayed.
he could have.
should have stayed.
I wanted him to be so much better than he
Rashard.
actually
Is that
was.
Rashard
Robinson?
Dog.
Dog.
That's another one of my all-time favorite players.
Oh, Marcel Brooks. That makes me sad.
Yeah, God, I loved Marcel Brooks.
Oh my God! I just watched this.
Oh, this is
that Ronald Martin?
Yes.
Yes, it is.
He picked. This is
That
the
is
pick.
wrong.
Coach.
Yeah, that's to win the game.
Yeah.
Fuck you, Bo Wallace.
Thank you.
Amen.
Yeah, I was at that game. It was a great game.
Is that Glenn Logan?
Is
He
it?
had the hair, didn't he?
He did, but
Oh,
the
that
hair
was in 2019.
was later. Yeah. I think it might be Glenn Logan.
I think it still is. Yeah.
Hit two ends. In Glenn.
Just type in Logan. Oh, maybe not.
Maybe
Maybe
not.
it's
Okay,
Glenn
skip.
Logan.
Come back. We got 3
Who
minutes.
else wore 97?
Donnie
Oh,
Alexander.
Donnie Alexander.
Yeah.
I wore 48 in 7th grade, and he was 48 on LSU's team. That's how I remember. Jabril Cox,
Yeah.
North Dakota State.
Ball
Yeah.
mower.
Not a
6'7".
fucking Scooby Doo. Just skip it.
76.
Just
Yeah,
fucking
next.
skip it.
Okay, what is that patch on the jersey?
That's the Outback.
That's
so
the
that's
Outback Bowl.
2013.
2013 center.
This is the game Mettenberger didn't play.
Yeah,
He
it was Anthony
injured.
Jennings.
It's not Trey Turner.
No. Skip.
Yep.
We only got 2 minutes, 50 seconds.
Oh my God.
Oh, that's
That's
it's Trevante Valentine.
Yes.
That's the only game
Yes,
he played
it
in.
is.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it is.
That's another I wanted him to be fucking good
Yeah,
so
yeah.
bad.
Look at that belly, boys.
Oh, Lewis Neal. Is it? It is Lewis Neal.
Yeah, it is.
This is a tight end.
Yeah.
Smith, isn't it?
Yes.
Deshaun Smith, yeah. Wow.
Oh.
Clone.
Oh, wait.
What's KJ Malone?
Yeah.
Karl Malone's son.
Yeah.
Which one?
Is this Cam Lewis?
Yes.
Yeah, it's Cam Lewis.
Beast.
Legend. Oh, we're back to our skips.
So the one,
Okay.
yeah. See, this is I have no clue on these.
Okay, wait. Let me get up close to 97 here. I think 97.
Is 97 Ed Alexander?
It might be. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's definitely not Glenn Logan.
Nope.
Who the fuck is that?
You got the ball.
Who are
The
you?
back of all these pictures.
Wait a minute.
Yeah, so would that be 20? That's 2017.
Wait a minute.
Because we played Arkansas on the road in 18.
Yeah, we did.
So this is 2017.
So it wouldn't have been Glenn Logan.
Yeah. That's why I thought. No, the other one are offensive linemen that we're not going to get. This is the only one I think we can
Just
get.
pause it for now.
He knows who it is.
Come on, Poge. Come on, Poge.
Come on, Poge.
Poge, come on.
Come on. Your brother.
Starts with an H, bro.
Frank Aaron.
Wow, it is fucking Frank Aaron.
Damn.
Nice.
Fuck yeah,
Nice,
Poge. Fuck yeah, Poge.
Okay, is 95 Ed Alexander?
Fuck yeah! Come on! Come on, boys.
Okay, 39 seconds.
We've got no shot. We've
Yeah,
got
no,
no
we're
shot.
cooked.
I don't even have the foggiest idea of a clue.
76. I can't. But the thing is, I can't even tell the time. I can't even tell the time.
No, well, it's 2013 to 2016 because the long stripes.
And that's Trey Quinn.
That is Trey Quinn.
So that's what 2014 or 15.
Yeah.
How come that's not the? I mean, Trey
the other
Quinn.
one? Did we
It's a
have
great
any
pool.
idea
You
on
see
the
none
other
of
They
it.
should have put him in with fucking
Yeah.
DJ Welter. That
55,
fucking
55, I don't know.
God.
All right, well, just gonna.
Shoot, man.
Martinez, Braxton Martinez.
Martinez is a freshman, actually.
Let's see. Who is
Magoo.
it?
Josh Booty.
Josh Booty.
Boot. I think it was
Who
just
is the
Butte.
other
Yeah,
one?
who's the other one?
They don't tell us.
55. Yeah, they definitely do. Scroll down. Scroll down.
They don't-
You're such an asshole.
He's the worst.
Such an asshole.
They don't
man.
tell us.
It's actually a secret.
Yeah, you have to keep playing until you get it.
You have to sacrifice one of the people in the studio to get
I'm not
the
gonna
next
show
answer.
you.
Scroll back up
Come
now.
on, you fuck.
Oh,
Dude.
Sabrion got it. Sabrion got Frank Aaron.
in the
chat.
chat.
No, we weren't.
No, we all were. Lloyd, who was it?
I don't. It doesn't say.
Andrew
Lloyd, you're
Machina
gonna
says
piss me off.
76 is.
That was all me, Sabe.
Yeah,
I can't
no, that
see.
was Poggi. He got it himself. But shout out, good job, Sabrion. Who is that? What does it say?
Elliot Porter.
I don't know.
I don't even know who that. I don't know that name.
Good for. We did a good job.
23 out of 25. There were some hard ones.
We did a good job.
I fully expected to go 25 for 25 with the people in here.
Me too.
No, the
I
fact
did
that
too.
we didn't shows that it was a good,
Yeah.
tough quiz.
I'm happy that they did that though. I was kind
Yeah,
of
no,
worried
I don't
that it
want
was-
But the thing
Jamar
is,
Chase and
if
Justin
we
Jefferson,
didn't know,
like-
we didn't know the two. You know what I mean? Like we had
Yeah,
no
but legit,
idea.
I don't know. Who
Like
those
if we
people
would
are.
have been like, oh,
I remember
knew
Josh.
that,
I
that'd be
remember
bad.
Josh Butte.
I remember Josh Booty a little bit. I would have never guessed him. What?
All right.
Josh Booty.
Love you boys. We're going to have a birthday margarita.
At Fuego? They got the
no,
machine running?
I'm not going back.
We have to go back.
No, we're giving them a month.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I was going to say, in a month we go back.
I did go home and heat up my tortilla my way.
It was good, wasn't it?
And
That's what I'm saying. The
did
food
it
quality
my
was
way.
Nice.
milk.
type shit.
Milk.
See you guys.
Milk
tomorrow,
check.
Tomorrow via Zoom. Tomorrow via Zoom.
Well, we don't have to do it at all.
Drone zone.